ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ sọjí o. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo lọ́ba lọ́ba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo oníjòyè níjòyè ó yẹ dìde o. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ tuntun pé water bill ti tún di ohun àpérò láti sọ di òfin nílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin? Buhari gbé gẹ́sì bíìlì wá kò wọlé, àwọn ọmọlé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìgbà náà já kulẹ̀. Buhari gbé rúgà bíìlì wá ó tún lulẹ̀ ní o. Ní báyìí water bill ni àwọn Fúlàní tún gbé jáde. Kí ni ìtumọ̀ water bill? Water bill yóò fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní àǹfààní láti di alákòóso àti olùdarí gbogbo odò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ yóò sì jẹ́ aláṣẹ lórí gbogbo odò orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Odò Èrò, Ọ̀ṣun, Ọ̀sẹ́, Ìkọgùsì, Ọ̀gbẹ́sẹ̀, Àyọ́nùgbà, Lẹ́kìtì. Ọmọ ìlú kò láṣẹ níbẹ̀ mọ́ àyàfi kí wọ́n gba àṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe ohunkóhun. Odò Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo àṣẹ bóyá lè ṣe ti di èèwọ̀ fún ìlú. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti di alábàáláṣẹ bákan náà lórí odò Àṣejìrẹ́, Ẹ̀rìnlẹ̀, Àfọ̀n, Ọ̀bà àti odò Ọ̀tìn. Odò Òmù nílùú Èkó, odò Ọ̀tà ọ̀nà nílùú Ìkòròdú, Làgùn àti odò Lẹ́kì, odò Ọ̀wẹ́nà lóńdó, Yewa àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ti di tìjọba àpapọ̀. Àlà, Ọ̀sẹ́, Ọ̀gbẹ́sẹ̀, Ìgbọ́kọ̀dá, Olùwá àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n ni kò sí pé ọmọ ìlú lè pàṣẹ ọjọ́ ọdún tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe àwọn ọdún ìmọ̀. Kódà odò Èkó Pupa tìlú Ìbàdàn tá a mọ̀ sókùpa àyàfi kí ọmọ ìlú tàbí ọba Yorùbá gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Odò Ọ̀gbà tí ìlú Ìṣẹ́yìn ní bíbọ́ ti dé èèwọ̀ láì gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Ohun tí water bill túmọ̀ sí ni pé àṣẹ kan náà tí ọmọ Ìkòròdú ní lórí odò Májídú àbí ti Ọ̀tà ọ̀nà náà ní Fúlàní yóò ní. Àṣẹ tí ọmọ Òṣogbo bá ní lórí Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo ni ọmọ Fúlàní náà yóò ní àǹfààní irúfẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sí àǹfààní àti bọ Yemọja, Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo, Ọ̀gbá, Ọ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀, Ọ̀tà ọ̀nà, odò Ògùn láì gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ ò bá fọwọ́ sí, kò sí àṣẹ ẹlẹ́nu ọba mọ́. Tó bá wu ìjọba ní o, bí kò sì wù wọ́n, ọba kan kò ní àṣẹ. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ọba Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, ẹ dìde, ẹ panupọ̀. A ò fẹ́ water bill kó di òfin o. Torí pé nígbàkúgbà tó bá wu Fúlàní ni wọ́n lè dá màálù wọ ibikíbi nínú odò Yorùbá. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn olóṣèlú Yorùbá ta ọjọ́ ọ̀la ògo iyì ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá fún Nàìjíríà o. Gbàjàbíàmílà tó jẹ́ olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin kékeré ti sọ wípé gbogbo gómìnà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀ ti fọwọ́ sí pé kí water bill ó di òfin. Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ àwọn aṣòfin ti Benue tí wọ́n yarí pé gómìnà àwọn kò lè fọwọ́ sí irú ìkónilẹ́rú bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbàjàbíàmílà tó jẹ́ ọmọ Èkó kò takò àbá náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àwọn aṣojú ọmọ Èkó nílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin náà sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ọ̀nà tí Fúlàní yóò fi gba ilẹ̀ mọ́ onílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àti odò lèyí o. Alálẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ gbà wá o. Ọ̀rọ̀ lómi ìdó, nàmú lómi ìtàgì. Àbálámọ̀dé kìtì ẹ̀fọ̀n, àbá bíbí ìrẹ́lẹ̀ ìlú Ọ̀páárá. Àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe fá fún ẹfun tó tó ní mìíràn. Àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe fá fún òṣàṣẹjọ ní Mósè. Wọ́n ní àwọn bá Ọ̀rúnmìlà jagun. Ọ̀rúnmìlà ń pé ẹ̀ lè bá àwọn jagun. Gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ àjíire, ìmọ̀tú, ìmọ̀jọ, ìmọ̀ ẹni ni kì í dálẹ̀. Ogun kókun, àṣàṣìkáṣàṣì, onílé mú gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire pátápátá. Àní àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko. Ogun ò ní kó ilẹ̀ wa o. Àti pé ẹfun tó tó ní orúkọ tí à ń pè ìwé ẹtù. Gbogbo àbá, ìmọ̀, ọ̀tẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá dé fún Yorùbá. Ó yá ẹtù o, wá lọ tún wọn ká o. Àti pé ṣẹ̀jọ ní Mósè là ń pè ìwọ ìjọ. Ó yá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ nílé ayé, tẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tẹ́ nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire, ẹ dìde o. Ó yá kí ẹ di ejò, kí ẹ wá lọ tún wọn ká lórí water bill yí orílẹ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin, kí ẹ wá lọ bá wọn jà. Àti pé ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́yìí àjẹ́ lórúkọ tí wọ́n ń pe ogun. Ó yá kí ogun ó kúrò lórí gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire pátápátá. Àní ilẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá kí ogun ó padà sọ́dọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n di ogun ní o. Kí ogun má lè kó ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire. Àní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá. A kò fẹ́ water bill rárá o láyé. Kò lè wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Ògún dáborí òpè ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀ fún ibikíbi tí ẹ bá tuntun láǹfààní àti ìfẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní àárọ̀ yìí. It's a media platform and we are running 24/7. Today is the 30th of July 2022. As I'm settling into the program, welcome each and every one of us. Scrambling for Africa is what I want to discuss this morning. Ẹ farabalẹ̀, ẹ mú pen and paper dání. There will be a lot of numbers, there will be a lot of statistics, but for now, let's enjoy this while I set up the remaining platform. My name is Koiki of Koiki Media. Scramble for Africa. Tá a bá jáde nínú Nigeria, we will become some part of a continent that other global community like China, America, UK, Germany, France, they will probably not ever recognize you as a Yoruba man. They will remain, they will always believe that we are Nigerians. We are not Nigerians. The Western world created Nigeria, and it is time to destroy what they created. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Settle in, get a pen and paper. You will need that during this program.
Records.
Orílẹ̀ èdè wa kàgbéga 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 fàyè rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa Sorry, those of you on Twitter, I'm going to be switching over the phone. So bear with me as I do a move around. And then because I'm going to need that phone because of something I'm going to be playing from it. And I welcome us again this morning. We appreciate each and every one of us. Níbikíbi tí ẹ tún ti fẹ́ gbọ́ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìdí tó ṣe kókó pé kí ọmọ Yorùbá kó kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ a fi ti Ọlọ́run Ọba a fi ṣe ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ nítorí pé you don't have to be a Christian or Muslim or even a traditionalist. At least we know that something is out there wherever. And this thing, depending on bó bá ṣe ní ìgbàgbọ́ sí. And like I said, you don't have to be a Christian or Muslim or a traditionalist. There are some people that doesn't believe in any of those. But everybody knows that there's something out there that is much powerful. So òun la wá ń pè nítorí pé ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation ó ju psyche wa lọ. Wọ́n pè kíní kan ní psyche níbi tí ọpọlọ wa wà ó jù lọ. Àwa lè máa rò pé bí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, and this broadcast is going to be in both in English and Yoruba, and please never tell me to speak Yoruba. Mo mọ̀ gbà tí máa sọ Yoruba, mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ gbà tí mo ní sọ Yoruba. We have a lot of our children that are on holiday, and I know a lot of them are watching their parents, even if they are not focused on what their parents are doing. But one way or the other, they are aware that there's a problem in Nigeria. Probably not to the extent for them to understand all the nitty-gritty. And I want to carry them along. As I say, from the Islamic perspective, which again today, from what I've read, that it is Hijra 1444. The history, the essence, and all you should know about the Islamic New Year. Some believe in Islam. Millions will probably not even understand what Islam is all about. We are not fighting because we don't want the Muslim, or we hate the Christian, or we hate our tradition. We are fighting so that people can understand that our identity, that the Western world have hijacked and kept in Nigeria, needs to be taken out so that we can flourish. We can become better people. A lè ní àǹfààní láti lè ṣe nǹkan tiwa in our own little way. Kò mí pé we will probably get everything right even when we have Yoruba nation, but at least our identity will change automatically. Wọ́n ní máa pè wá ní Nàìjíríà mọ́. Wọ́n máa pè wá ní ọmọ Yorùbá, ìran ọmọ aládé. Whether you call it Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba Kingdom is not the issue. The issue is the Western world have changed our identity, and that is something to fight and die for, even if nobody wants that. Our identity is the reason why we are going through a lot, and we are not probably well represented in the global community. I'm going to come down to that later. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀, mo fi kí Elédùmarè. A kí bàbá, a kí àwọn ìyá wa, a kí ọmọdé, a kí àgbàlagbà. Orúkọ tèmi ò tí yí padà. Ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà. And I'm proud, day in, day out. I understand those of us that are still hoping and thinking that we can revive Nigeria. It is also your right. But the most important thing is, my right will override yours as we move into this declaration and exit out of Nigeria. And I'll tell you why. It is the white people. My mom doesn't like me to use that word, so I always try to use Oyinbo people. Àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun did change our identity and call us Nigeria, and they have no right to determine how we revive and take back and reclaim our own identity. It will go into whatever you might think of, and I don't give a toss about that. Even as a lot of people will say, we are better off with our Nigeria. But I am saying that rather than Nigeria to continue to exist, we will destroy Nigeria. And part of my destruction of Nigeria is my media, which is very powerful. More power ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ nítorí pé the world is listening. They have the manpower to assign somebody to each one of us around the globe. We are not going to be the only country in the world that their identity, for one reason or the other, during that colonial era, has been taken away from them, and their land has been given to other people. But ẹ̀tọ́ tí àwa kan ni pé ká revive ẹ̀, ká gbà padà. We will take it peacefully, but the people we are dealing with, like Pastor Paul Adefarasi says, they are natter and they are crazy. And you could tell that the people we are really dealing with is not just the Fulani. We are dealing with the Olori Buruku politicians in Yoruba land, and they will pay heavily for trying to keep us in Nigeria. And I'm not joking about that. Gbogbo politician le Yoruba tó ṣì ń fọwọ́ sí this fake identity will pay heavily for what you are doing, because you are forcing the Yorubas to remain in Nigeria that was created by the Western world. And you think that we cannot get you, or you are just too big for us to know where you are or how to get hold of you. But we will wait till as we can push. But I can assure all Nigerians that the country will destroy by the same government even before we help you to destroy it more. We will destroy it telling you as many things that you will probably have heard before, by reminding you and also telling you that the country will kill you if we do not kill Nigeria in time. I will probably say to those that are campaigning to get their PVC, whether you are from the Atiku part of PDP, whether you are from the Tinubu, like the Yorubas believe that we should go and give our life to a shit old man that brought in Buhari, the Boko Haram terrorist leader, to terrorize the Yoruba land by trying to take whatever belongs to us. Or those of you idiots that think that, Peter Obi is the cleanest person that will come and make me a Yoruba man to fall in love with Nigeria. You are all crazy. You are mentally derailed, because our real identity that was taken away from us will definitely come back, and there's no doubt in my mind about that. We will continue the peaceful way, but don't let anybody fool you that as we are going the peaceful way, it will become chaotic. There will be crisis upon crisis, and those crises will help me from the perspective of the breakup of Nigeria to ignite it further. The crisis will happen to those of you in Nigeria because the economy in Nigeria will continue to bite you. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo kí ẹ̀yin Kristẹni, mo kí gbogbo Mùsùlùmí, mo kí gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àti ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ representative wọn ní gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá. Mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀, mo fi kí gbogbo ọba aládé tilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí gbogbo baálẹ̀ agbègbè kọ̀ọ̀kan, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ̀ ń fi ọkàn sí pé Nàìjíríà máa da, àti pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín. Ọmọ Yorùbá kọ́ là ń bájà o. I have no reason to fight somebody that believes in Tinubu, but I will go after Tinubu and his political gladiator, and that is because they are the one confusing those that are deterred. Most Nigerians are deterred. They are mentally derailed. They have a lot of psychological problems that would definitely need a lot of support even after we get Yoruba nation. Because some of them, ẹ mọ ìyàtọ̀ sí ọwọ́ ọ̀tún àtọwọ́ òsì ẹ ń feel pé bóyá ìtorí a ní a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation a fẹ́ bà ìrìn àjò Tinubu jẹ́ Tinubu ti bà ìrìn àjò yín jẹ́ already but ẹ̀yin ò lè understand àwa máa deal pẹ̀lú Tinubu àti gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń ṣe politics láti keep wa sínú Nigeria ìyẹn is another fight for another day but one thing is Nigeria is now at the verge of breakup. I have a video that I'm going to play to us in the due course. Scramble for Africa. But before we go into that, I appreciate all of you that have joined us on our MixLR, the Twitter, the Instagram, the YouTube, and every part of the... I won't mention names now because, I want to get the broadcast as smooth as quickly, but I will appreciate every one of you during the course of the program. I've gone back to look at something on the National Geographical website. I've shared that on my timeline for those of you that follows those timeline, judicially, because not everybody follows it. Some of you just wait for me to come live and you watch the program and you're gone. But there's more that we write and we share, and those information is to help Bubenyomo Yoruba. December 18, 1865, slavery is abolished. I want us to take note of the date and the time. Okweru was meant to be abolished in 1865. In 1865, there was nothing called Nigeria. How many people knows that? As at 1865, kò sí nǹkan kan tá à ń pè ní Nigeria. So that shows that in time fighting fún yín is our right. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù ẹ kàn waste time àti energy yín ni. Kò sí ìbẹ̀rù níbi tá a dé nísìn. There's no reason for anybody to be fearful of anything. If it comes to anything, let us prepare to take back our real identity. And that means even if we have to destroy Nigeria to get that identity. Because our life were destroyed before they gave us Nigeria. I don't think we should not destroy things. We should not talk like this. That means some of you probably are still thinking in that slave mentality. Nígbà táwọn òyìnbó dé prior to 1865, they abolished it in 1865, but for thousands of years this was going on in colluded with some of our traditional rulers of those era. 1865, December 18, slavery is abolished according to what we are told. But one thing they did not tell us is which part of those continents, was bearing a particular name before they start changing it and giving us a different names today. So those of you that are educated, so your job now is to deceive us that we can revive Nigeria. And I'm asking again, where is Nigeria as far as back as 1865? Níbo ni Nigeria wà? And how did Nigeria happen? Nigeria is just under 108 years old from the fake 1914 amalgamation. Again, I will share the link of what I'm reading so that for your own use, lè láǹfààní kẹ́ lọ review ẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ tún wò. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ èmi ni mo fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation. No, gbogbo wa la gbọ́dọ̀ jà to the last man standing. Ẹ má rò pé bóyá Koiki nìkan ló fẹ́ ṣe ìjà òmìnira Yorùbá. Tí gbogbo wa ò bá gbà nísìn, ìrandíran wa wọ́n máa da acid sínú ibi tó bá sin wá sí pé ó rà ń pé gbogbo wa àti níbi tí ayé dé nísìn tí communication ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ pé àwọn kan ì tí gbọ́ ẹ má dá àwọn yẹn lóhùn. At least àwa tá ti gbọ́, we are more than enough to fight it. And that remind me something I was meant to share during our late night yesterday that I forgot to share. It might be no, because I have a lot of this. Okay, let's listen to this.
Three motherfuckers need to take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me three bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You don't need 20 friends. You just need three motherfuckers need to take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers, and you're finished. You understand me?
In total, we don't need a lot of people. It's using a vowel or a swear language, but in America, fuck off, fucking, and all those is nothing. It's just a normal word. But in total, all we need is 3 bad people. 3 baddest people. Ṣé gbogbo ìtẹ́ máa sọ pé Andrew de Gbowo, Andrew de Koiki, tí ready. 3 bad people. And 3 bad people, tí mo mọ̀ pé bad in the sense that they are ready to do whatever it takes so that this struggle get into the next phase. Ẹ̀rù ń bà wá ní, kíní kan ní. No, àìtí dé stage yẹn ni. But it will get to that stage. But if it gets to that stage, that means millions of us will go in. But for now, we can get 5, 3, 2 people, bad people, and Nigeria will shut down within 24 hours. But we will probably wait till when every one of us, tí ẹ bá tí gbọ́ ètò yẹn dáadáa tó, àbí ẹ ṣì ń fi ọkàn sí pé United Nations, America, Britain, and all these international countries will come and support and help us to break away from Nigeria. Maybe that's what a lot of you are waiting for. We will wait forever if that's what we are waiting for. But what we can do is we must do everything now. This is the best time in the history of mankind to take back our identity. December 18, 1865, the 13th Amendment was adopted as part of the United States Constitution. The amendment officially abolished slavery and immediately freed more than 100,000 enslaved people from Kentucky to Delaware. I am now asking us, are we sure that we are still not in that slavery as of today, after 1865? Imagine, let's take a look at it, quickly. We are now in 2022, minus 1865. About 157 years ago, we were told that they abolished the slave trade. Oko ẹrú ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn kan gbélé ayé nígbà yẹn, but most of them are gone dead now. But their energy is still going around different part of the globe, especially àwọn tó jẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ tiwa, because by force ló fi kó àwọn èèyàn kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ wa tó kó wọn lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹrú lọ síbòmíì. Now àwọn energy yẹn ò tí kúrò níbi tó wà, because some of them died in pain. Some of them caused some of those countries that did that to them. So when you see people like us, don't be surprised. Or when you see people that are very, very active, whether on the education level, the sport, like we saw our beautiful sister, that did that 100-meter hurdles, Amosun, Tobiloba, or something like that. She's a Yoruba woman, okay? Don't let Nigeria tell you she's a Nigerian. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń ràn lára ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ Nigeria. It is the blood of the Yoruba lineage ló ń ràn lára ẹ̀. So in tí ẹ̀ ń rí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn, wọ́n pe kinní kan ní the energy. I said that yesterday. There's what they call energy. Energy yẹn ló ń padà, because àwọn tí wọ́n kó lọ nígbà yẹn ní oko ẹrú yẹn kò ń ṣe pé inú wọn dùn láti lọ. Irú wọn lè dùn pé o dé ìlú òyìnbó, o ti ń gbé bẹ̀ for 10 years, 30 years, or whatever years. But at some point, even though pé a wà nílùú òyìnbó, fáwọn àtàwà nílùú òyìnbó, inú wa tún bàjẹ́ pé a lè padà lọ sílé. Àwọn tí wọ́n kó nígbà yẹn ní oko ẹrú, àwọn wà angry pé àwọn ò fẹ́ filẹ̀ tí àwọn baba ńlá wọn tí wọ́n mọ̀, nítorí pé ibi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan nìyẹn tí Elédùmarè dá wa sí. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ ìtàn bọ́lọ́run bá ṣe dá èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ọlọ́run dá wọn aláwọ̀ funfun yìí náà dáadáa, àmọ́ kò ń ṣe pé kò dá wa náà dáadáa. So àwọn tí wọ́n kó lọ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ní oko ẹrú, they are not happy until we take back the land. And that is why every one of us must be involved. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ taking back what belongs to us. We're not talking about Nigeria. We're talking about how 157 years ago, our forefathers, foremothers were removed from our territory by force. Let's go into it a little bit further. Once again, a very good morning. This is a live transmission, 11:28 a.m. from London, the 30th of July, 2022. And I say happy weekend to those of us that are already in the weekend mood. On December 18, 1865, the 13th Amendment was adopted as part of the United States Constitution. The amendment officially abolished slavery and immediately freed more than 100,000 enslaved people from Kentucky to Delaware. The language used in the 13th Amendment was taken from the 1787 Northwest Ordinance. Yet, the 13th Amendment maintains an important exception for keeping people in involuntary servitude. And I'm giving you the meaning of that word quickly. Servitude. I think that's the right pronunciation. But let's see what Google says. The meaning. I need the audio of it. Let's get it now.
Servitude.
So, kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí ló ń pè ní servitude? The state of being a slave or completely subject to someone more powerful. And that is why lẹ́ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá, you are still in that
servitude.
Ẹ ń dúró fún
servitude.
Àwọn slave, àwọn masters yìí, because wọ́n ṣe masters náà wá. You are waiting for them to give us our freedom. You are all waiting for the master to give you freedom as their own
servitude.
And the question is, are we still in those era that ṣé nígbà tí Elédùmarè dá gbogbo èèyàn sí ayé yìí tí èèyàn wá ṣe ń sọ pé super power kan ló máa fún wa ní authoritative, ló máa fún wa ní guide bí a ṣe fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà? I'm just asking this question for those of you that are learned. Tala Andro the Great Britain, that commit crime against humanity. Ṣé torí àti lọ ń protest níwájú wọn? So I believe pé a gbọ́dọ̀ fún wọn ní time. Oh, Yoruba people are going to leave Nigeria. Come and help us break Nigeria. Britain, break up Nigeria. We are all still
servitude.
Ẹrú ni gbogbo wa. We are all slaves, if that is what we are thinking. And that is why gbogbo nǹkan tó bá gbà, we have nothing to be told from those same Western power on how we decide our life anymore. And let me say this. We would declare Yoruba nation even if Baba Akintoye refused to declare it. There will be a lot of chaos then. But I believe Baba would declare. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And we are just going to give them as much time to prepare before that declaration. I need any right to wait for anybody, any country, to give us the order or mandate us or give us even the guideline on how to leave Nigeria. We will leave Nigeria however and at any time we want. We are going to do so. And the reason for that is we are already been told that in 1865 they have abolished the slave trade. But I know, even though they gave us the impression that slave trade has been abolished in 1865, but myself and all the Yorubas, the indigenous people, are still
servitude,
the state of being slave or completely subject to someone like Great Britain, complete subject to someone like American government, complete. Good morning, citizen AY. Welcome on board. When I say our media, I have to appreciate them, even if I don't say good morning to every one of you, which I've said anyway. And I hope you are all following these details. Bugua, pata pata, we are still
servitude,
the state of being a slave. So even if we now say we are not slave to Western world, shut up, I agree. But are we still slave to the Fulanese? Ṣé ẹrú la jẹ́ fún Fúlàní? Ṣé ẹrú ni ìran Yorùbá fún Fúlàní tí a fi ń bẹ̀rù pé a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kan, a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ gbé ètò kan, a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. I think everybody is thinking that everything must be perfect before we announce or make our head out of Nigeria. I think some people are still believing that we must perfect this movement. We are going to perfect it, but we are not going to complain. Let everybody push. Because what we are doing now is a push. But nobody, even myself, should say that we should wait till we are perfected Oro Yoruba nation before we make our headway out of the shithole country called Nigeria. Because if we are thinking in that direction, that means every one of us is
servitude,
ẹrú ni gbogbo wa. Tabawa de mọ̀ pé a kì í ṣe ẹrú. Are we all ready and prepared to do the needful now, without waiting for anybody, without waiting before 2023, without even waiting for any international community on this issue? Because the issue that is on ground as we speak right now is bigger, as they say, bigger than Africa. We have been told that we are Nigerians, and they are using that to lock the potential and the influence of the Yoruba people, the indigenous owner of the land. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ dé yìí, tá bá ti wá gbà pé a kì í ṣẹrú, èèyàn mélòó ló wá rẹ́dì láti ṣe gbogbo tó bá lè ṣe kí ìran Yorùbá kó lè jáde lóko ẹrú? That is always where the problem is. Some people are waiting for you are waiting for this man before we activate. Everybody is waiting for him. But we are all the creator of Eledumare, the creator of whatever you believe in. We have the same blood, just as him. Yes, he might be a leader that has that energy, but we have already tapped that energy from him. Even if Igboho is not in Yoruba land, we should be able to all do the needful. But a lot of Yoruba and drop bí a kí Igboho cross wọnú Yoruba land kí a tó gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kankan. And I'm asking the question, do you know that there are millions of Igboho and we are all Igboho? And that takes me back again, and I'm going to just share this write-up that I've just talked about right now. Again,
servitude,
then ṣe so that means we have all the right now to get the hell out of Nigeria without giving any notice to anybody. We don't have to give notice to the Fulanese, because the Fulanese do not own us. And the Fulanese are not us. We are who we are as the indigenous people. Forget about the 1999 constitution and all that. We must get the hell out of that country or the contraction you call Nigeria. And it has to be done now without any hesitation in my mind. Once again, a very good morning as we are all settling. And if you want to go and check the meaning, let us see. Happy new calendar month to all our Muslims, brothers and sisters, fathers and uncles across the Yoruba land up to Cuba, Brazil, Jamaica, Nibikibiti, Olukalukuwa, Ni Akikai. Let's go back. I'm still going to play the video that I talked about. I'm just first preparing our mind. Ketubo video yen. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe nísìn is what they call a prep. So that tí ẹ bá jókòó tí ẹ bá ń rò pé kí ló tẹ̀ ṣe wá gan-an? A wà ní 1865 ní ṣe bọ́ náà ti abolish slave trade ní 1865. So tó bá ti abolish ẹ̀ ní 1865, what are we still waiting for? Do you know that there are 18 countries in this world that are not recognized by United Nations and they don't give a toss? And I'll just brief us quickly some of those countries because I have them ready for us here. They are countries that care less whether UN recognize them or not, and they are still operating as a country. And there's so many of them. Some of them is because one country kò fẹ́ ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn, so ó ń blọ́ọ̀kì ọ̀nà wọn nínú UN. That's how it's been operated. America might not like a particular country, so America will block a particular country from becoming a member of the UN. But does not mean that those countries are not operating. They are quite operating, and that countries, according to what I have here, just to brief you quickly, we have Abzia is in Georgia, separatist state recognized by 5 United Nations members, is an Asian country. We have Arotita and Dahikila is an overseas territory here in Europe. We have Ireland in Finland, autonomous region is under Europe. We have America Samoa, unincorporated, unrecognized territory in Oceania. We have Agulia in UK, an overseas territory in North America. We have Azerbaijan, also known as Atzik, a separatist state not recognized, is in Asia. We have Aruba in Netherlands, is a constituent country in North America and South America. We have Ashmore and Catalia Island, is in Australia, is an external territory on habitat in an Oceania, the continent in Oceania. So the way I'm reading it is the nation or the state, their legal status, and the continent. So when I mention the name, the next thing I'm mentioning is their legal status, and the next one is the continent. Àwọn akọ́ni àmàkọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ìlú tó bá declare tí wọ́n bá fún ní approval. But àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa padà. We should not worry about what the world wants to think when we leave Nigeria. We should be more worried about think Yoruba first. That should be our concern as the citizen of Yoruba land or Oduduwa Republic or Yoruba Kingdom. However you want to call it is of your own choice. But ẹ̀tọ́ wa lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni pé ká kọ́kọ́ gba right wa padà tí wọ́n ti destroy for so long. So I'm going to continue back with some of those countries. Berwick of Guernsey is a UK crown dependent. Crown dependent is in Europe. Baker Island is in the United States. Uncorporated, unrecognized territory. The continent is in Oceania. I won't be reading those parts anymore, but you know that I'm mentioning the name of the country, their legal status, and the continent. But I'm just going to be mentioning them as I go along now. Bermuda, UK, overseas territory, North America. Borneo is in Netherlands. Special municipality is in North America / South America. Bovard Island, ìyẹn wà ní Norway. Dependent territory on habitant, ó wà ní Antarctica. British Indian Ocean Territory, UK, overseas territory on habitant in Asia. Àwọn sì ń claim àwọn ìlú kan, ìyẹn British. Ẹ wo bí tó ń claim Asia. Territory wọn ni bíbá yo, but wọ́n sì ń claim Asia. Ṣé Asia àti Europe ṣé kankan náà ni? They are not the same. British Virgin Island, overseas territory in North America. Canary Island is in Spain, autonomous community, Africa. Canaan Island, overseas territory, North America. Situ, Spain, autonomous community, Africa. Christmas Island, ìyẹn wà ní Australia, external territory, Asia and Oceania. Clipton Island, France, overseas state private property, uninhabited, Oceania and North America. Cocos, Kneeling Island, ní Australia, external territory, Asia and Oceania. Cook Island, New Zealand, self-governing state in free association, ó wà ní Oceania. Coral Island, Australia, external territory, Oceania. Curacao in Netherlands, constituent country, North America. East Island, Chile, special territory, Oceania, South America. Falkland Island, UK, overseas territory, South America. Faroe Island, Denmark, self-governing territory, Europe. Federal dependent of Venezuela, federal dependent, North America. French Guiana, France, overseas department and region, South America. French Polynesia, France, overseas collective, Oceania. French Southern and Antarctic land, France, overseas territory in Antarctica. Gibraltar in UK, overseas territory in Europe. Greenland in Denmark, self-governing territory, North America. Guadeloupe in France, overseas department and region, North America. Guam in US, unincorporated organized territory, Asia and Oceania. Heard Island and McDonald Island, external territory, uninhabited, Oceania. Hong Kong, special administrative region, Asia. Howland Island, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, Oceania. Island of Man, UK crown dependent in Europe. Jarvis Island in United States, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, Oceania. Justin Atoll, US, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, Oceania. Kingman Reef, US, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, Oceania, uninhabited. Kosovo, Serbia, partially recognized state, approximately 102 United Nations members in Europe. Mako in China, special administrative region in Asia. Madeira in Portugal, autonomous region in Africa. Martinique in France, overseas department and region, North America. Mayotte in France, overseas department and region, Africa. Melilla, Spain, autonomous community, Africa. Midway Atoll, US, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, Ocean, North America. Montserrat, UK, overseas territory, North America. Navassa Island, unincorporated, unrecognized territory, North America. New Caledonia, France, Sui Generis Collective, Oceania. New, NIUE, New Zealand, self-governing state in free association. These are countries that care less about what the world is telling them. Awati kaweju, ati moju. We have to perfect Yoruba nation before we get what we want. Àfẹ́yẹ ká perfect gbogbo ẹ̀, a gbọ́dọ̀ perfect gbogbo ẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan láti dán mọ́rán kátó ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn gbọ́ o. There's nothing bad in that. I've not disagreed with that. But we want to perfect all these movements before we leave the contraction. I totally agree with you. We are the ones holding ourselves. After all, we have what many countries need and will be happy to quickly associate with us. But everybody wants perfection. I got to get it right. Let's continue. We're almost there. Atiwani, number N for November. Norfolk Island, Australia, external territory. Northern Cyprus, go to 1 million, 500,000 no. A lot of Yoruba people are living there as I speak to you. Some of them have documents, some of them are illegal immigrants. In a country that is less than one community or one local government in Yoruba land. But why is Cyprus okay? Even though it's a separatist state recognized by one United Nations member. Ṣé mo pé àwọn ọmọ Cyprus ní passport wọn? Wọ́n lè máa lọ gbogbo ìlú, àwọn náà lè máa gba visa, but you as a Yoruba man, ìwọ tún wá lọ sí ìlú tí ó wà below par. And your argument is, oh, let's fix Nigeria because it's big in numbers. and Cyprus is just under 500,000 in population. As we speak right now, if I go to the airport today, a lot of Awalawo Funfun, they're heading to Cyprus because their weather is very good and they have a very good sea line. Omi pọ̀ níbẹ̀. Ṣé kò sómi nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé kò sí omi nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? It's just 6 hours. Even if we have good aircraft, they can get to Yoruba land in 5 hours. In their millions, and come and do holiday, where they can open their bra and their pants in the sea and then, enjoying the sea waves. But the Fulani doesn't want that. Fulani ò fẹ́ yẹn, because Fulani wants our women to wear hijab and wear all the way down. They don't want us to wear jeans and trousers. These are the crazy animals that you want us to continue to wait and perfect Yoruba nation before we get the hell out of the nonsense country. So, let's continue. Some of you have probably not heard about this country before. Yeah, they're existing, okay? And they are operating as countries with or without the world. But our faith perfect gbogbo ẹ̀ ká tó lọ. A gbọ́dọ̀ perfect gbogbo ẹ̀ ká tó lọ. How is that going to happen? Northern Mariana Island, US, unincorporated organized territory, is in Asia, Oceania. Palestine, non-member but is a UN observer state. Partially recognized state, 138 UN members, is in Asia. Palmyra Atoll, Palmyra, Atoll, Atoll, Insular area, Oceania, North America. Pitcairn Island, UK, overseas territory, Oceania. Palazzo de Soberania in Spain, overseas territory, Africa. Puerto Rico, US. Koda Monoshi, a little bit about Puerto Rico. Do you know that the capital is San John and the president is Joe Biden, even though it's an independent country of their own? But I have to perfect everything. Let me give you a bit of this Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a Caribbean island, unincorporated. I'm sure you can start telling us what the unincorporated means in your understanding, because this big grammar is too much for me. Puerto Rico, global population is 3.1 million as at 2020, according to the World Bank. Kò tó local government kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Puerto Rico. Ẹ gbọ́ lu yẹn dàbí? Ẹ gbọ́ rí. Let me go and find out from the Travel Passport Index whether Nigeria can go to Puerto Rico. I'm sure they will say no, because if the Puerto Ricans can get to America without a visa, which I believe is what I've read. Let me read that first, then I'll go and look at sorry, scroll down. Puerto Rico. Is Nigeria allowed to travel to that country with our Nigerian beautiful passport? Puerto Rico. Okay. So what has actually, I believe, is not here. That means you need an American visa to get there. I believe, from my understanding, because I can't see Puerto Rico here. I can see Portugal, Poland, Philippines. You need a visa to go to Philippines. Can you imagine? Paraguay. You need a visa láti lọ sí Paraguay. But you think that Nigeria is a big country that they respect in the world. You will not be able to go to 146 countries with that fake passport that has no value in the world. Yes, you have to apply in US Embassy to go to, yes, Eshigoni. Somebody that knows has already given me the answer. We have a lot of intelligent people that are watching this program. We are intelligent. But am I intelligence here? Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, mo sọ lórí ètò yìí pé anywhere tó bá sọ fún yín pé a lè declare, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé ẹ ti gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ Koiki, irọ́ ló bá dé. And I still stand with that. Because I've been able to prove it. Kò ṣe mi ni mo kọ àwọn kinní tí mo sọ. I will share that link with us. Let's complete the countries so that we can now go further. Kó tó lè lọ sí Puerto Rico, ó kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ the US. But the US today, an appointment, you will not get it until 2024. So the whole of next year, lè rí appointment tí America gbà. Pòtẹ́ fi ṣeré lọ ọmọ Nàìjíríà olówó big boy. Some of you are big boys and I love you because you are hard working. You are not hard working as Nigerian. You are hard working because nínú bloodstream wa, nínú energy wa, ìran wa ti ń ṣe òwò. Kó tó ṣe Nàìjíríà, kó tó dá Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀, ni àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ti ń ṣe òwò. Yes, we can have people that are doing defrauding and all that. Àtayébáyé láti báyìí. Does not mean I approve it. But láti ìrandíran bàbá ńlá wa, àwọn generations wa ní Yorùbá, not ẹ̀jẹ̀ Nàìjíríà kan ló ń ràn lára wa, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń ràn láàrin gbogbo bloodstream wa, and that is why we are different and unique. But that uniqueness, ó fẹ́ pa wá nísìn, òun ló pa wá lọ. Tí a bá ṣe ẹ̀tọ́, ká ṣe ìgbésẹ̀. Uniqueness yẹn, a fẹ́ máa jẹ́ kí uniqueness wa, hey, Tóbi Amosun, orúkọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, hey, represent Nigeria. Why is she not able to represent Yoruba country as a Yoruba nation? It's just a question I'm asking. I don't know. Mo rí ìyá wa Janet Marty, ẹ̀ka àrọ́mọ. Uniqueness wa, inú bloodstream wa ló wà, àtayébáyé nìyẹn ti wà. But everybody now is happy to be known as Nigerian, but now have another name that is not sounding Nigeria. Because all these names that we are talking about is Yoruba name or the Igbo name or the Hausa name. But we have now hidden under Nigeria. Nigeria is on the top. Why is it that we can't have Yoruba nation, have our own passport, and compete in the world in whatever way we want to compete? But ọgbọ́n yẹn ló fẹ́ pa wá nísìnyí o. Ọgbọ́n àti mọ̀tán àti mọ̀jù. Ẹ jẹ́ a get it right ká tó lọ síbi tá à ń lọ. A lè get it right tá a bá débi tá à ń lọ. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe perfection ẹ̀ after we all sit down, even with those, especially the citizens that are Yoruba, that are still not understanding what we are saying. Tá a bá débi tá à ń lọ, a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe nígbà táwọn náà bá tẹ̀ ń rí àtúnṣe. Ẹ má ẹ̀ kí a fẹ́ mọ̀ tán kó jẹ́ ká má débi tá à ń lọ yìí o. Because some people can commit suicide. But àwa ò ní wá gbà irú àwa. That's why I said I would rather destroy the country using my media to start with before it becomes the groundwork. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a ti fẹ́ get it right. Hey, Koiki, wọ́n ní rédíò yẹn, kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Let's get everything that it's not going to be perfect. Orí ìrìn àjò la wà. And nínú ìrìn àjò, o lè bá so many things pàdé. But if we delay will have a big impact on our lives. Mo ń bẹ̀ wá ni. We cannot get it right before we go. Because àìtí ní access sí gbogbo nǹkan tí a fẹ́. But we, in the little way tí a wà nísìn, pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwa tí a ti gbọ́, we can hold the jugular and take it back. Whether by peaceful means, which I pray so, or by violent way, that I will not take back. We should be prepared for that. Because tí a bá ń sọ pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó wà peaceful, ká ṣe kó peaceful, hey, a máa pẹ́. Let's complete these countries before I now play the video I talk about. Please do not call in and disturb this program. I want as many people to take note of this message this morning. You can say I'm trying to be calm because I want to deliver the message so that you can understand it. And if you don't understand anything, just put the question there. If I say it, I could reply it. If we do not do the needful now, it will have a big impact. But I know that we are already out of Nigeria. All we are waiting for now is the official declaration. Don't let anybody fool you that we don't know what is going to happen after declaration. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Let's go back. We talk about Puerto Rico. Remember 3.2 million. And I was giving you a background to their country. Puerto Rico is a Caribbean island, an unincorporated U.S. territory. So that means U.S. territory. With a landscape of mountains, waterfall, and the Yellow-Yuccan tropical rainforest. We have all these in Yoruba land. Kini kan waterfall, kini kan fall, you know, we have forest that people can do hiking, and this can backpack. About forest but what they no forest listen because the forest is taken over by the terrorists. In Sao John, the capital and the largest city, the Islos Verde area is known for its hotel strip, beach bar, casinos. Its old San John neighborhood features colorful Spanish colonial buildings, and El Moral and La Fatula's massive centuries-old fortress. We have a lot of fortress, a lot of Tijuana. So, again, their currency is United States dollar, and people ask questions on Google. Is Puerto Rico part of United States? As a territory of United States, Puerto Rico 3.2 million residents are U.S. citizens. However, there will always be a clause. While subject to the U.S. and federal laws, island-based Puerto Ricos can't vote in presidential elections and lack voting representation in Congress. As a U.S. territory, it is neither a state nor an independent country. They are in between. Yeah. Ejisha waterfall, Elisha Osun State, Ikogusi waterfall, Ekiti, and so many of that. So, why isn't Puerto Rico a state? Is Puerto Rican a U.S. citizen? In 1898, following the Spanish-American War, the United States acquired Puerto Rico. Are you waiting until Fulani acquire our land? Hey, let's perfect it so that they can acquire it. Water bill. Tabati declare, water bill, everything seems to happen as Nigeria. And we don't care whatever any of the senators is saying there because they are no longer representing Yoruba land. Hey, my declaration will mean a lot of things. Olokpa would not have to listen to the Inspector General of Police. If he listen, that means it's mutiny, felony. What he commit crime here? Civil servant, tó bá gbọ́n tá ń sọ, ó ti commit crime nìyẹn. Soldier tó bá sọ pé orí òun gbálẹ̀ nígbà tó bá declare tó gbébọn wá, ó fẹ́ commit crime fún ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn. In terms of nìyẹn, declaration has a powerful tools. I forget about bí bàbá wa MK Abiola ṣe declare. No. Àsìkò yẹn ti yàtọ̀ sísìn. Because everybody believe in one Nigeria nígbà yẹn. You see, we are saying that we don't believe in Nigeria because Nigeria is just a geographical expression. Nigeria, Abacha dissolved Nigerian democracy under 3 minutes. So kí ni nǹkan tá à ń bẹ̀rù fún gan? I just don't. Mo mọ̀ pé a bẹ̀rù and ní push àwọn bàbá wa ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. But ẹ̀yin tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fún pé kí lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rù because èmi mọ̀ pé bàbá kí tó yóò bẹ̀rù. Ọkàn mi balẹ̀ pa pé ìyá onítìrí ò bẹ̀rù. ọkàn mi balẹ̀ pé bàbá Adéníran ò bẹ̀rù, ọkàn mi balẹ̀ pé Ìgbòho òòṣà ìmọ́lẹ̀ tiwa kò bẹ̀rù. But ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa, kí ló ń bà yín lẹ́rù? Koiki sójà máa wá mú wa, tá bá ti declare sójà ò ní right láti múyàn kankan mọ́ nígbà tó ìwọ fẹ́ ṣẹ̀ ní tí sójà máa mú ẹ nígbà yẹn ni. Sójà tó fẹ́ wá mú ẹ̀gbọ́n làwa fẹ́ arrest. Gbọ́ mi yé, ṣe rí tí declaration bá ti wáyé, any security tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá cease to be part of Nigeria. Èyí tó bá náà sì fẹ́ ṣe Nigeria, a ní right láti fún ní exit passage kó máa lọ. But èyí tí orí ẹ̀ bá wá gbálẹ̀ tó ní chief of army staff ló rán òun wá kóun máa bọ̀ kóun wá pa wá, àwa mọ tó ń pè ní Yorùbá. That is where I want us to understand. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ní nǹkan tá a fẹ́ fi jà, mo parọ́ yẹn pé a ní gbogbo nǹkan náà àní, but ẹ̀yẹn jẹ́ kó dìgbà yẹn náà. Ẹ̀yẹn jẹ́ kó dìgbà yẹn náà. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ẹ̀rù kó pa yín ká tó débi tá à ń lọ. Ẹ má fi ìjayà ẹ má jẹ́ kí ẹ̀rù kó pa yín kí a tó débi tá à ń lọ. Wọ́n ò ní power láti capture gbogbo wa. Ibo ló fẹ́ kó gbogbo wa lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ní gbogbo different community, because ìjà yóò ní jẹ́ nínú Lagos nìkan, ó máa dé Kwara, ó máa dé Kogi, ó máa dé Ọ̀ṣun, ó máa dé Ondo. Ibẹ̀ ní gbogbo activation máa ti ṣẹlẹ̀. How is the government going to do whatever power that you think that they have nígbà yẹn? And I'm not talking about mixing it with the Biafra. What I'm talking about, pé àwa nìkan tó láti shut down the whole country. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láti sọ fún Nàìjíríà pé a máa shut down country yìí and it will come back to us. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lè ṣe nothing. Àgbáyé máa sọ fún the north pé ẹ má gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́, because tí ó bá gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́ tí a bá wá settle down tán, a bá kan jẹ́ ní north. A gbé ogun gidi, a gbé lọ sí north. A make sure pé a pa wọ́n rẹ́. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. A pa wọ́n rẹ́, but a fẹ́ ṣe yẹn. But tí ó bá gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́ tá a bá lọ declare, tí a bá settle down tán, even after 20 years, a sọ fún ọ pé tí plane wọn kan bá wá látòkè, a já wálẹ̀. Ó máa dé stage yẹn, ìtàn pè ní war power nìyẹn. Kí lẹ rò pé North Korea tó fi sọ fún America pé ìwọ gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́, bọ́tì nǹkan ni máa tẹ̀ ní bíbá, everything máa explode. Tí North bá gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́ ni mo sọ, ẹ sọ fún Sultan of Sokoto kó jẹ́ ká lọ peacefully. Ẹ sọ fún Sultan of Sokoto, let us go separate way without any clashes. Tí a bá lọ declare, tí Nigerian government bá pa àwọn èèyàn wa, a máa pa North run, gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ, a máa destroy bẹ̀. Ìjà yóò ní tán nílẹ̀. Because wàhálà a fẹ́ lọ peacefully, and I still mean it peacefully. But if they make any reason to kill our people after a declaration is made, ìjà yóò ní tán lẹ̀. Àgbáyé máa bẹ̀ wá nígbọ́. Because we are now telling them that we want to go without any reason to fight each other. But tó bá lọ gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́, tó ju bọ́ǹbù kan síbi kan, tó pa àwọn èèyàn wa, ìjà yóò ní tán lẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwa ò lọ gbéjà bá wọn ní north. We have not asked anybody to go to the north just as they are coming to our land and destroy our land. That we cannot have the means to even have 3 square meal. Ó dà pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, ó dà pé ìṣòwò ti fi gba etí yín. A ní ilẹ̀, a lè gbé nǹkan ní oko nítorí pé wọ́n kó àwọn jihadists, wọ́n kó wọn wá sínú oko, wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn rẹpẹtẹ, wọ́n ń bá àwọn èèyàn sùn. Wọ́n pa wá ní port, wọ́n pa wá ní immigration, wọ́n pa wá ní every sector. Ní làákàyè kankan mọ́ láti wá fi sọ fún wa pé ká mọ̀ pé ìdí ni pé it's because we are in this nonsense country. There is still room for the peaceful dissolution of Nigeria. Till then, we will continue the acclamation. We will continue to tell our people to remain calm. We will continue to tell our people to remain calm. But after the mega rally that they're going to announce very soon. I don't know when. I don't know the date. After that mega rally, the mega rally is just to prove that we are ready to go. There will be a declaration. And when that declaration happens, if the government put any flight up there and they make any killings on the ground, the fight will continue for a very long time. It will be the biggest mistake of the North. And go and tell all their governors. Go and tell all their politicians to advise whoever is giving them advice that the Yorubas are not the same as those generations before. This is a very powerful, ready to sacrifice so that our people can be free from the bondage of what has been created. Now let's gonna play this video quickly. Once again, a very good morning. You are watching a live transmission. It is the 30th of July, 2022, 8 minutes past 12 p.m. I do not own the copyright to this video. This video, you can watch it. I'm going to share the link with you should you want to go and watch it. It's 1 year ago this video was made by these Wion, W-I-O-N, and the headline, the race for Africa. And that's why we need to get the hell out. We don't want to be part of the race for Africa. We want to be our own race, the Yoruba people. So I'm going to first share the link with us.
Today we'll talk.
I'm going to share the link with us. Once again, a very good morning. So that you can go and watch it as well. It will help you to understand what we are saying. So the link is already going on our timeline. I've already shared it onto the YouTube. It will come now on the Facebook, which I've just done. Lori Mix LR. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining us. Once again, Nigeria at the verge of breakup, and it will break. Now, what I'm going to try and do is I will play it from here, but I'll let the audio come out. So, because I think my audio from my laptop will be much better, because the laptop, but I don't know whether if I play from that, I think those on the mixer should be able to listen to it. If not, let me just go straight with this. I think this should be, I know the fan, after the air condition for me, like my changing fan to be in the studio. I got into that air condition for I be in the studio. And that way, at least instead of this heat, so I've just turned off the fan so that the sound will not affect, even though I'm very, very hot. The weather is extremely hot here in UK, in the last couple of days. But I will still manage to be in the heat so that you can listen to what I want to talk about. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki, Koiki Media, as we continue to educate ourselves. Let's listen to this.
Today we'll talk about Africa, once seen by Europe as the antithesis of civilization, the heart of darkness, in the words of a certain Joseph Conrad. Centuries later, Africa remains ignored. It makes news for its conflicts, poverty, and exoticism. For the longest time, the world saw it as a lost cause. Then one country saw opportunity, and thus began a new race for Africa, not very different from the scramble of the 19th century when colonial Britain and France wanted raw materials, slaves, and geopolitical influence. Now, in the 21st century, global powers are in more or less the same race. China, the United States, India, the European Union, Japan, Israel, Canada, all of these countries are in the race for Africa. And one country is emerging as the clear winner. Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay, and this is Africa, a continent of 54 sovereign states, 17% of the world's population, 9.6% of the global oil output, 90% of the world's platinum supply, 90% of the world's cobalt supply, half of the world's gold supply, 2/3 of the world's manganese, 35% of the world's uranium, 75% of the world's coltan, and 54 votes in the United Nations General Assembly. This is what makes Africa so attractive and makes the continent a battleground for global powers. There are numerous fronts: investment and infrastructure, military power, diplomacy, soft power, trade, geopolitics. Every country has its own interest in Africa. In 2016, Israel began its scramble for the continent. Benjamin Netanyahu became the first Israeli prime minister to visit Africa in 50 years. What did he want? Votes in favor of Israel and against Palestine in the United Nations resolutions. Africa and Israel share similar histories, he said. Israel went on to sponsor solar, water, and agricultural technologies. In the same year, 2016, Senegal co-sponsored a UN resolution. It condemned the construction of illegal Jewish settlements in the West Bank. What did Israel do? It cancelled the Mashab drip irrigation project. And this is just one example. Here's another one. The European Union has pledged more than $54 billion in sustainable investment for Africa. What does the EU want? Access to the African market of 1.3 billion people. Brussels has negotiated free trade agreements with at least 40 African countries. But does this ensure a balanced two-way trade? It doesn't. And no country has a bigger interest in Africa than China. China is funding 1 in 5 infrastructure projects in Africa. It is building every third one. Africa has an infrastructure deficit and China has a signed checkbook. Starting 2005, China has invested at least $2 trillion in Africa. It built 6,200 kilometers of railways, including the continent's longest railway line connecting Ethiopia and Djibouti. Beijing has also built the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. What does China get in return? A lot. Geopolitical influence to start with. Beijing is selling its culture, its currency. In Guinea-Bissau, exit signs are written in Mandarin. China has established at least 50 Confucius institutes across 33 countries. Several African countries use Chinese currency. China also gets a strategic overseas base. In 2017, China built its first overseas base at the Horn of Africa, Djibouti to be specific. Djibouti connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean via the Suez Canal. The base has the capacity to accommodate 10,000 troops. China also gets a market to dump its goods. China is Africa's largest trading partner. Chinese trade has increased 40-fold in the last 2 decades. At least 10,000 Chinese firms operate in Africa. This is according to a McKinsey study. Africa has resources and China has access. Did you know that 1/3 of China's investments in Africa are in the mining sector? And finally, it gets to debt trap Africa. But here's the thing. China is not the only country investing in this continent. It's not even the biggest. The United States is Africa's largest investor. It accounts for $54 billion of FDI stock. There are 600 American companies operating in South Africa alone. And this, even after the US president called Africa this. For the longest time, Africa was nothing but a war zone for Washington. It has over 7,000 troops deployed in the continent. They're spread across some 13 African countries, including Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, South Sudan, Somalia, and Tunisia. For the US, Africa was a continent for counter-terrorism operations. What happened then? Why is the US suddenly interested in Africa? The answer is this. For the US, Africa is now a new front to take on China, and Washington is now fighting it out for power and influence. An article on the US State Department website reads, and I quote, "Africa is the continent of the future. Thus, we need to make the most of its potential. By 2050, its population will more than double to 2.2 billion people, with over 60% under the age of 25. Where is Africa's interest in all of this? Also, what about India? What role does India play in this continent? New Delhi's ties with Africa date back to the time of Mahatma Gandhi. India was part of the Bandung Project of 1955. New Delhi supported Africa's anti-colonial struggles. It supported the liberalization movements in Ghana, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau. India also raised the issue of racism in South Africa. It will be unfair to say, though, that India's newfound interest in Africa has nothing to do with China. In 2018, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi toured key African states just ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit. In 2018, India decided to open 18 new embassies in Africa. India has defense partnerships with Zambia, Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, Botswana, Uganda, Mozambique, and Namibia. New Delhi is currently training African military. Indian company Airtel is a dominant telecom firm in Africa. New Delhi is offering 50,000 scholarships to African students. Despite everything, India is far behind China in the race for Africa. China's Belt and Road Initiative has sealed its hold on Africa. If in the 1900s Africa was colonized with force, in 2020 it is being trapped by loans. China accounts for 14% of sub-Saharan debt. In Kenya, the volume of Chinese loans is 6 times that of France, which is the country's second largest creditor. And Sri Lanka can tell you what happens when Chinese loans are not repaid. China is looking to capture Africa. It has a strong diaspora, it is spending big money, it is selling its movies, culture, and currency. China extracts raw materials, it manufactures products with them, and sells them back to this continent. Does this remind you of something? What did the British do in India? In the 19th century, the rivalry between Britain and France fueled Africa's colonization. In the 21st century, the trade war between the United States and China is hastening the same. Just like the 19th century, there are numerous countries in the scramble for Africa, and just like the 19th century, there is nothing in it for Africa.
Gravitas Plus, co-presented by
I do not own the copyright to that video. That video has been watched by 2.3 million people across the globe. Probably half of that is from Nigeria or other African countries, but we won't do anything. We are still waiting for our God to come and rescue us. Ashinduro, I gotta put on the fan bar because it's so hot in the studio here. Until we have an air condition that can cool my body down when I'm here. We are waiting. We are waiting for something to stop this. You've had what I just played. The longer we stay in Nigeria, we will be part of that statistics. Let me now also play this one a little bit. So we are designing our unique product. This is from Al Jazeera. This one was also in 2010. About almost 2 million people have watched it as well. I think I can play it from this as well. Once again, a very good afternoon. Live program you're watching, if you've just joined us. Let's watch these as well. Okay. I won't play all of these because it's quite a long one. So I'm just going to play a little bit out of it. Or I can share the link. It's about 44 minutes. It's quite a long one.
This year, 17 African nations mark 50 years of independence from decades of European colonialism. One continent hungry for another's riches.
European imperialism in Africa set up the continent to be raped, its resources just sucked out.
The dreams of the independence era were to be short-lived.
The initial euphoria disappeared very, very quickly within a year, maybe 2 years.
This is a story of mass exploitation, of the ecstasy of independence, and of how, with liberation, a new scramble for resources was born. Cities or remote villages, the 1880s and 90s were years of terrifying upheaval in Africa.
People were killed. Villages were destroyed. Political systems were completely destroyed. Leaders were arrested, put in jail.
Fleet upon fleet of foreign soldiers armed with new weaponry and a sense of entitlement descended as if overnight.
That was traumatizing.
This was a face of their European trading partners people had rarely seen. United in their cause, but divided in their efforts, armed resistance failed. In the space of just 20 years, 90% of Africa was brought under European occupation. Europe had captured a continent.
Gunboat, diplomacy. In many instances, the British did not actually have to go to war. Just the threats of war, the fact that there were all these big, powerful guns, was enough to force the local chiefs to sign a treaty.
All this because of massive sea changes. Not in Africa itself, but in Europe, which was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. The advent of the machine was transforming the continent into the workshop of the world. A workshop in need of raw materials. Palm and peanut oil would literally grease the engines of the revolution. Modern transportation would need rubber for tires, and Europe's prosperous middle classes now demanded luxuries from overseas. This was the dawn of industrial-scale production, modern capitalist economies, and mass international trade. Thanks to a generation of explorers and traders, the great powers knew what riches lay in Africa. Britain and France already controlled most of the continent's ports.
Africa had
Let me put on my phone back. I'll share this link. Oh, only if some of you understand how angry some of us are. Only if you know. I'll share this particular link as well, if you want to go and watch it as well. This one is about 44 minutes, so it's quite a long one. But at least you got the gist of what I wanted us to learn from there. So Emma, continue, Kesape. Let's keep on Nigeria, okay? While the Western power, India, China, are holding us back as indigenous people. Very soon, Emma must have Chinese. Very soon. Ṣé ìyàlẹ́ náà ń jẹ pẹ̀lú àwọn Lebanese ní àwọn factories ní ẹ ṣì máa jẹ moyoya ìwọ tó náà support Yoruba nation, but ayé ẹ ó ti wọ́, ayé ẹ ó ti gbígbà tí mọ́tò ti trailer ti gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ láyé ẹ ṣe rí, but lójú ẹ nísìn Obi, Atiku àti Tinubu àbí Kwankwaso àbí Sowore ló máa wá fix Nigeria. So that is on that. Let's come back on this my to come and listen. Or the get the hell out of the shit hole. Our flags were lele. The ones that I'm doing on my own platform is not going to go to all Yoruba land because we don't have it in their millions. Àwọn tó náà ń ṣe Yoruba nation tó jẹ́ YSDM ìlànà Global Directorate àwọn nìkan lọ ṣe mass production ẹ̀, okay? So Koiki Media lélẹ̀ èmi ò ṣe organization ìlànà mo dẹ̀ ṣe organization àwọn YSDM àti àwọn nìkan ṣe mass production kọ́ yìí máa fẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan a máa gba Yorùbá nation ẹnu kọ́ lọ́ fi ń gbà a máa fún àwọn èèyàn ní nǹkan tó máa fi mọ̀ pé yes òtítọ́ a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, okay? So ẹ ṣe mass production ẹ̀ kó pọ̀ in millions kẹ fáwọn tó wà nílé 500 of these is already delivered. As at yesterday nígbà tá a parí ètò I can confirm that 2 people sent money and we'll be able to do another 1,000. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn méjì yẹn tí wọ́n fowó ránṣẹ́. One was here in UK and the other one was in America, a regular that normally support Koiki Media. Don't have to mention their name. So that means that another 1,000 of these will be going in production next week. Whatever I have is what will be sent home. ẹ má sọ fún mi pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ dọ́dọ̀ tí yín náà, ibi tó bá lè dé ló máa dé. Ẹ pé ìlànà, ẹ pé global directorate, ẹ pé YSDM, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé ẹ ní the flag tó pọ̀, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé ẹ ní the flag tó pọ̀. Because tábà náà fẹ́ jáde nínú Nàìjíríà, àsí àwa gbọ́dọ̀ tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. I mean, someone say ilé ìkọ́ la fẹ́ temporary náà ni gbogbo ẹ̀. Tábà débi tá à ń lọ. That's why I said we cannot perfect everything. Tẹ́bá náà fẹ́ perfect everything. Hey, I like the flag yìí, I like orí ológun yìí, blah blah blah. All these things is just temporary. We can decide anything at any time. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, I can confirm that 1,000 of these have been paid for by 2 people. They are not expensive to make. It's about 40 pence láti ṣe ẹyọ kan yìí. Pẹ̀lú bóyá máa lọ sí Nàìjíríà náà dédé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. You know, when the time comes for me to ship it, I'm going to come online and I'm going to ask us to support to ship it in terms of donation. Because I'm not working, okay? And I'm not selling them when it gets home. It's going to be free. So these are the smaller ones. As you can see, these are 20 centimeter. So, and this is now ready as we speak right now. 500 is already with me, delivered here in London. The next 1,000, I'll be making that payment to them by Monday. And the reason why is maybe 1 or 2, 3 people will contact me again, and then I can increase the volume. So that means if you want to help, even if you say, Koiki, but I want you to give me 50, 100, as long as I don't have any problem with that. So you can also do that, right? It will take time. The quicker we start doing them, the better. Because my expectation is Global Directorate, YSDM, gbogbo àwọn kékèké tí àwọn èèyàn ti dá yẹn owó yẹn náà ti tó láti lọ ṣe, even if it's 100,000 flags. I'm talking to YSDM. At least aṣáà ti bá yẹn polówó àkáǹtì yẹn ní bíbá. So nínú ẹ̀ yọnú ẹ̀ ṣe flag fáwọn èmi ò ní kẹ́ fẹ́mi ní owó yẹn ẹ̀ tẹ̀lé láti contract ẹ̀ fẹ́mi inú ẹ̀ lọ ṣe. Kàmákàmá náà jókòó à ń ṣe Zoom meeting à ń ṣe no, I need káwọn èèyàn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí sign pé lótìtọ́ lódodo òmìnira Yorùbá ti dé. Òyìnbó kọ́ ló máa gbà òyìnbó tá à ń sọ yẹn kan. No, I want those that are in charge of the YSDM. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa yìí lóge gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa, yín màmá wa ẹ mọ̀ra yín gbogbo yín ẹ pè wọ́n. Kódà fìlà gan báyìí ẹ̀yin náà lè ṣe nílé, ẹ pè àwọn tó máa ṣe. Ó dà pé àwọn mi yàrá pé àwọn ní 1,000 naira lọ́nà ṣe fìlà yìí or something or I don't know, àtàṣọ. Taba poison ò sí bàjẹ́ problem tí ẹnìyẹn kò ń ṣe problem tèmi, so has nothing to do with me. I don't have any information on that. So like I said, 500 is current. 500 yẹn nínú kọ́bọ̀kọ́bọ̀ tẹ́ ń fẹ́ mi náà ẹ̀bí náà sacrifice wo yọnu ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé ó pọ̀ sí mi, tó bá yẹ pé owó tẹ́ ń fún mi yẹn pọ̀ dáadáa máa ṣe millions. So à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, I expect people now àti sọ̀rọ̀ visibility la need nísìn. And I also can confirm that I think on 31st, which is tomorrow, from the information reaching me from, I think, Baba Rokpori, Dr. Aliu, Sister Buki, I've got the flyer here. It says, Yoruba Descend Unveiling Grassroots Awareness Campaign, 7 p.m. Yoruba time. I think they've done the CD and the notepad and whatever. So, it's already going to be the Gazette question and answer. So let everybody do as different thing. Platform tèmi lélẹ̀ ìwọ̀nba tí èmi kọ́ ni máa gbá gbogbo problem ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, but èmi máa ṣe ìwọ̀nba tí agbára mi bá ká láti ṣe as media. A lè máa fẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ kí a máa ní ṣẹ́rí rally tẹ wò ní Abẹ́òkúta yẹn, at least nìkan náà flag mi tí mo fi ránṣẹ́ sílé. Ṣẹ̀rí kan tí wọ́n lò tó tóbi yẹn èmi ni mo fi ránṣẹ́ sílé kẹ́lẹ́ bá mọ̀. So ẹ̀wọ̀n eléyìí náà máa délé. Ṣó máa wá káàkiri kò lè nínú 500 mélòó nílẹ̀ state Yorùbá mélòó ni wá? Millions. So my expectation now is all these organizations needs to now buckle up a little bit. At least àwọn èèyàn wá mú dání wá fi sílé ẹ̀yẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n pè fún kankan àwọn èèyàn máa jáde tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fì àbí ṣé Nigerian flag lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kó jáde. 40p is a lot of money to those at home today, okay? Because exchange rate láàárọ̀ is 815 naira to £1. Ṣẹ́ni tó lè ra búrẹ́dì 600 naira. I don't know what 40p is in naira. Bí ẹ bá wa calculate ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ máa dáadáa. But 40 pence is a lot of money to those at home. Àwọn kan lè afford, àwọn kan fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan send message sí mi àwọn program wa dáadáa. Àwọn kan wà òkè gan nílé o. Má rò pé olùsìn ni gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé o. No. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n ní ló pọ̀ jù in their millions. Àwọn tí wọ́n ní ló pọ̀ jù. Walkie talkie ta ní afẹ́rà àti sẹ́ndẹ̀ sílé. Ẹ bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ rí evidence ẹ̀ ní máa fi wọ̀nyí. Ó ti wà lọ lẹ́yìn mẹ́rin tó kù lọ́wọ́ mi mẹ́rin yẹn gan máa lọ pẹ̀lú the next law because mẹ́rin yẹn wọ́n á pẹ́ gbọ́n mi gbẹ̀dú ẹ̀kan ṣì wà lọ́wọ́ yẹn ẹ máa láti bá mi sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe ń bíbà ẹ mọ̀ ká kó yẹn lọ sí ìjọ rally so mo rántí kó mẹ́rù kò sí mo sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe 1000 lánàá need 32 péré la ríra láwọn táwọn èèyàn sẹ́ndì sí wa méjì mẹ́ta mẹ́rin so ẹnu ò ṣe Yorùbá nation ẹnu ò ṣe 326 naira ṣé yàn ní ṣé ẹlòmíì lákàntẹ̀ ṣé láwọn tó ń wò wá láti ilé wọ́n ń gbìyànjú ni nísìn mo gbọ́ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wèrè yìí fẹ́ tún increase the 5% fún call àti data nítorí kó cheap táwọn èèyàn lè máa fi ìyẹn làwọn èèyàn bá wọ́ ọ̀gbọ́n Yorùbá nation no. àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yìí nísìn so that's I wait till Monday by tomorrow tó bá máa di Monday whatever tí a bá rí sí the numbers tí màá ní kọ́ ṣe but so far as it stand right now I'm gonna be doing another 1000 tó bá délé ibikíbi tá a bá ní kọ́ pín sí tó bá ti débẹ̀ náà ni that's all I can say but these has to be in the millions by now ó yẹ ká ní warehouse kan tí wọ́n máa stockpile oríṣiríṣi nǹkan sí kódà èèyàn kan náà pè mí lánàá ká ní káwọn ká sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé rescue medical line you know in case of incasity you know blah 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 I can only do what I can do on our own platform èmi kọ́ ní ìlànà ọmọdúà èmi kọ́ ní organization independent media ni mí but I will use the media to help every part and everybody ìtí media bá wá lè ṣe nínú ẹ̀ láti fi ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ we will do it. How many people has 326 naira? Bread ti di 600 naira. So all these lama found it's going to be given for free like I said you know but these ones the big ones nínú àwọn tí ẹ̀ ń rà yẹn náà ni a tún fi máa ṣe extra so these ones are £10 each these are the big ones so fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wà ní UK our next outing is going to be on the 13th of August you know come up with I take back call can see that somebody's trying to call our next outing is going to be the 13th of August in central London the next rally tí mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá is Ilaro on the 27th of August according to the flyer tí wọ́n send sí mi so at least the one Ọ̀ṣun Lábẹ́òkúta was successful and we appreciate all those that organize it and whoever contribute towards it èmi kọ́ mọ organizer but we appreciate everybody that came out for the Abeokuta rally, you know, from Iron Lady, Omeyo, everybody that was part of it, you know, I can't remember all their names. But the only thing like I said to them is Gbogbo Awoni, Fela, Idris Abukari, Jagajaga, I need gbogbo yẹn. A ní orin tó pọ̀ táwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ti ṣe. Mo sọ pé màá pò méyọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Ẹ ṣe gbogbo àwọn orin yẹn sórí CD. Ìyẹn ni kẹ́ mú fún DJ. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ play orin kankan mọ́. Because if not, Koiki Media will be struggling to broadcast some of these events. At least everybody enjoyed it. Staff wa mẹ́ta la gbé dìde níjọ́ yẹn. And I'm sure kó tó di pé mi wá join wọn lórí software. If you want it in Canada, you send me a message. I can ship it to Canada. I'm talking about the big ones. Of all the small ones will be sent to, I mean, I might probably keep some in case some people, but the idea is to have all the small ones sent home. But ever fair big ones, the back going to touch with those ones can be shipped to you. It will just take maybe, I want to send this in Germany, in America, what you got to, it might take 2 weeks. I don't know how long it takes, but it will eventually get to you. But that way, there's Daddy Sam, also does flag in the US. But we do send to people outside as well. Oh yeah. We were here till late night, 2 o'clock yesterday. I don't put a two like came to do so not to pay there. Because most of them should buy a big or lorry call America to Canada. Koiki Canada produce in Nigeria. Taliban produce in Nigeria. Nigeria. If you can produce it in Nigeria, produce it. If you tell me if you produce it, you can produce it here. But if you can produce it in Nigeria, why not? Polyester and official. So if it can be produced in Nigeria, why not? This is what my own platform is doing. My network is in UK, not in location now. And I cannot compromise. Could I be taught in Shegoni by Gomole the details because I cannot compromise that at the moment. Nitagbedani Yoshish Konshere. Nitagbedani, no be joke. There are a lot of people that are watching and they're waiting for me to say something. They can take note of that. Everywhere, let's need. They want it everywhere. It's needed everywhere. Anthony called Nigeria. Called check the price. It gave me the surprise for him. I lost in Nigeria. Can be one by she flag in 20 centimeters. Can be the price. Can I get back to me? I'm going to economy in Nigeria to budget. They buy reaching 40p in Nigeria. Good luck to you. Go and do it there. That's all I'm going to say. If you can do it in Nigeria for 40p, to them about Igi Noah. Well, not Igi anyway, but it's just like a big pipe. These are all raw material, not converted to raw material. Part of it, I sent an information, APC and Tinubu lawyer had sent a petition against lawyer Lekon and yet a dabe. On father da. Don't go on Mokoko. Sherry Boboris touching she when today I declare. I can't declare KPC be ko sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká declare kí PDP sọ̀rọ̀. Ìgbà ni àjọ máa wojú ara wa. No, I need Unrecognized because Unrecognized is having effect on us on YouTube and Facebook when we are broadcasting. If not, Koiki Media will tell them not to broadcast. That's why I call them a play Unrecognized. If my boss, hey, if my Unrecognized, say any more Facebook media wa nisin, Star Radio. What a block it for 29 days. Oh, easy fine láti fi gbọ́ fella, but I call on the copyright. So take back of phone, but then you will not watch anything from Koiki Media. Our boys will see but one is streaming. Because my streaming is different from others and nobody can beat it as we speak right now. I don't do streaming of 2 to 3 minutes, 10 minutes. Those boys that I sent out or bring come around our meta, a minimum it cost me for them to be live throughout the whole program. You have to see network call cut briefly. They were live because instruction tell me if you suffer on because if most of me momentum on data mo dem mo phone tí mo gbélé wọn lọ́wọ́ and the gadget tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. So kí media mean kó sọ bí wọ́n lè stream bí machine stream nílé with that. Ẹ rò pé so kí wọ́n máa ní kó máa stream torí ẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ fẹ́lá kí YouTube máa lé mi mú àti Facebook no that means pé ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ fẹ́ wo program tó ń ṣe that means pé ẹ fẹ́ ẹ máa láti lọ sílé lọ́jọ́ ìwọ̀n nìyẹn ìkànnì méjèèjì la máa mú because I need orin Fẹlá I need orin Idris Abdulkaram kankan I need àwọn tó ti kọrin Yorùbá nation tó pọ̀ dáadáa tó lè máa play èlò ni 150 naira per one ní so àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yé nísìn ẹ tó bá lè ṣe nílé ẹ lọ ṣe platform tèmi lélẹ̀ in táwa fẹ́ ṣe lèmi sọ yẹn You have the right to go and do it as well. Hey, ní láti dúró de Koiki now. These are the things that we should start producing and giving the people. When you can have a Yoruba nation, I think I can have phone. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yé nísìn. Ẹnu lásán kan lè ṣe. Fún wọn lówó, but we should be able to give them something. So if we have 10 million of these distributed in different parts of Yoruba land today, people will be excited. At least they will know that something is coming. So, and to buy the share as well, go and do it. So, because at the end of the day, you know, when we allow to come Yoruba nation to pọ̀, kí la fi máa play fẹ́ láfún, tí YouTube máa fún mi ní headache, you know. Ìrẹ́yìn ọmọ tó ń dáwọn face pẹ̀lú YouTube àti Facebook every time. That's why we're very, very careful with all our platforms, especially a platform that is a target to the government. The platform here is a target. You know, if we have the right thing running on the Facebook, you know, we should be having enough people watching. But I'm not bothered. Lai Mohammed is working, and I know that. They're trying everything, but it's difficult for them because Facebook can only control from Nigeria. They cannot control it from here. I find out already. If they try it, I'm our problem. Because Ofibi Baile me finish operate Facebook me. And I didn't open my Facebook in Nigeria. Ibi by Motishi. So I've done all the research already on that. If Facebook do anything on the platform from Nigeria, the one here in UK will pay for it. Ìtàwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ pé àwọn ọkọ ló ń wá ń disturb ṣé wọn Lai Mohammed ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn àtàwọn Fúlàní nígbà ọmọ Yorùbá kan lè ẹmọ tó ń pè ní owó tó ń san fún wọn fáwọn kìnìún they're paying them a lot of money so that the message of Yoruba nation do not filter enough. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ bá bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ okó àtòbò nísìn ojú agbo yìí máa dàrú lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀ bla 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 ọ̀rọ̀ chef kìíní kan náà máa ń pè ní Yorùbá ojú agbo yìí máa dàrú nísìn àbí kí n gbé obìnrin kan tó kọ̀ wọ bra nìkan tó kọ̀ jókòó sí mi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ibi bẹ́ẹ̀ máa dàrú nísìn iṣẹ́ Facebook ni but I'm not bothered because the message is already message mi ti dé ibi tí mo fẹ́ kó dé already ibi tí mo fẹ́ kó dé mo ní sọ fún yín message Yoruba nation ibi tí mo fẹ́ kó dé in 2 years ó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ti confirm it for me but I'll leave that to myself for now but mo ti sọ fún Chief Sunday Igboho ibi tí mo fẹ́ kí message yẹn dé in 2 years ó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀ so gbogbo ìtókù tá à ń ṣe nísìn it's just awareness and campaign that's all ibi tí mo fẹ́ kí message mi dé gangan wọ́n ti confirm ẹ̀ kó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo rí mbẹ̀ yá mi ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀wà. I gave Koiki UK production quality to the qualified printing press. They charge 1,500 naira for each with stick. Ṣé nílé ní àbí? Message Yorùbá nation ti débi tẹ́ ẹ kó dé ká bá dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Kò ń ṣe mí nìkan but títọ́dọ̀ tèmi o ibi tí mo fẹ́ kó dé èmi mọ́tẹ́ lómi o ibi tí mo fẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tí mo fẹ́ kó dé mo fúnra mi ní target ni but it's not something I can disclose for security reasons. I'll leave that for now. There will be a lot in my book after we finally get the country. You read a lot from my book. Let's open the phone line. As I always love you to contribute so that kò ní jẹ́ mi nìkan ni ẹ má rò pé mi nìkan ni mo ní show mi gbogbo alájọ ní show yìí gbogbo ilẹ̀ lẹ́ni platform yìí ni o kódà ẹ lè disagree. I always say that àwọn èèyàn máa ń pè bí àmọ̀ ìṣeré ni you have the right to disagree with me and you have the right to give me feedback and advice and I do take that even if you look at how I've moved the message 2.5 years ago. Any sùúrù ẹ̀ ń tẹ́fẹ́ pé mo mọ̀ pé tí ń pè I have to tell those on Twitter because àwọn ọmọ ọdún àti àjákì fóònù kan náà phones me again So those on you on Twitter, you have to join the other network so that you can continue to watch. Yoruba Nation ti dé ibi tó yẹ kó dé. Wọ́n rò pé mo ń ṣeré nígbà mo sọ fún yín ní last 2 years, 2.5 years ago. Some of you thought I was joking. Sọ fún yín pé àwa kan máa fà bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé ìyá mo gbé sí. For 2 years, the focus was this. And what if ìdáṣẹ́ yẹn rú tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Wọ́n fi dáṣẹ́ yẹn rú tẹ́lẹ̀. Wàá dúpẹ́ fún Elédùmarè. Ibi tẹ́ kó dé, wọ́n ti débẹ̀. Ìjayà ní kẹ́yìn mú kúrò. Ìtàn ni máa sọ fún ènìyàn pé fíà yẹn ẹ mú kúrò lọ́kàn. Fíà tẹ́yìn fíà yẹn wọ́n ní kẹ́ mú kúrò lọ́kàn. Nigerian government ò lè ṣe jack shit. Let's start taking our calls. Nigerian government ò lè ṣe jack shit ni mo sọ. Ní down 5. Wọ́n máa sọ fún wọn pé kó lọ jọ̀wọ́ lẹ̀ ni. That's what they're gonna tell them. Wọ́n máa sọ fún Nigerian government pé kó lọ jọ̀wọ́ lẹ̀. Ìyẹn mo sọ fún North pé ẹ bá lọ destroy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ìjà tó ní tán lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Torí pé àwọn ọmọ wa ẹ má bínú ọmọ tó ṣe fóònù kí ló ṣe tí kò. Okay, ṣé Saheed ọmọ bọ̀tá mo ti ṣó wà ní program mi. Olórí kórè ọmọ ńlá. Okay, I don't know why I'm having issue with my. It's not connecting. Bí a kì í pa fóònù ẹ̀ kí n tún tàn. Ẹ jẹ́ n pa kí n tún tàn restart. Overworking. Gbóná bí. Lọ́lá Ọlásùnkànmí my brother. Ẹ̀rọ bá ń ṣeré mi. Wá inú ìyàwó ẹlòmíì náà àwọn world leader yẹn máa sọ fún pa ní sọ́sìn tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ni ẹ má yẹ kí wàhálà lọ ṣẹlẹ̀. Do you know the amount of humanitarian crisis should Nigeria not let Yoruba people to go? Humanitarian disaster tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ń ṣe kékeré. And the world cannot allow that because àgbáyé ò lówó mọ́, recession ti wà all over the place. So all they have to do is just to state manage it. But wọ́n fẹ́ rí pé àwa gan ready. That's all they're waiting for. Wọ́n kàn fẹ́ rí pé ṣáwa gan tá a sọ pé a fẹ́ gba countries are ready. And that's why I've been using ẹ̀rí pé àlò gbogbo ilé dáadáa ní 2 years ago. But all this tí mo ń gbé jáde ní sí pé country wà tó ń ṣèlú tó ń ṣayé wọn tó give a damn about any other country bí America ní bí akíní kan ni. They don't care. Countries are operating without America respect them or no respect them. Kí ni àwọn ọmọ wọn lò ní lọ sí America. Tábàlì lọ America ní ìlànà America a máa lọ lù mí. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ní visa àbí pálí America a máa lọ America. Àbúrò mi yìí nísìn. So pé agbọ́dọ̀ dúró agbọ́dọ̀ get gbogbo ẹ̀ right kíní kan náà a lè get gbogbo ẹ̀ right. Àwọn ní sex kíní tó tún ti dé báyìí. Ṣẹ́yìn lọ tó rán wá láàárọ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ ti wà hàn. Okay, bí alátọ̀dọ̀ wọn nìyẹn kọ̀sẹ̀ mi ti wọ̀ ọ́kẹ́ ní bíbá ẹni sìn mo ti refresh fóònù yẹn. That's Bishop Adesina. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ gbọ́n ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà lé ẹ̀ kí wọ́n dún màrún mọ́ yín pé kíní kan. Níbo? Ọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Ẹgbọ́n sókè. Kò ń ṣe pé nǹkan kan á fọkàn wá balẹ̀. Ẹgbọ́n sókè mọ́ à ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Loud and clear à ń gbọ́ yín.
Hello, sir.
À ń gbọ́ yín sẹ́ẹ̀ ló ìsàlẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù.
Okay. I sent a message to your WhatsApp.
Mo fọ́ mẹ́ta ni mo kó dání mo ti fẹ́ káwọn ẹ̀ máa ṣe sùúrù ni màá rí màá go through ẹ̀ màá go through sir. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sẹ́ndẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí ni àbó ẹ ti sẹ́ndẹ̀ tó jẹ́ mélòó. Mo ní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sẹ́ndẹ̀ ní sà.
Mo ṣẹ̀ sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mo ti sẹ́ndẹ̀ kan tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ta.
Ọ̀dà nígbà tẹ́ ti sọ nísìnyí tẹ́ bá drop nísìnyí màá kọ́ màá scan through. Message máa ń pọ̀ lórí fóònù ẹ má bínú.
Mo mọ̀ I know.
But màá go through ẹ ṣe gan ni sà. Àríbá ṣírò lórí program lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ nọ́mbà yẹn bá wà fi síta ẹ lọ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ kò séwu náà kí ẹ̀kan dẹ́rù bá pé PDP APC o kí ló ń jẹ́ pé APC máa da ta gbé dání dúró APC gan máa sá lọ tó bá tásìkò kan ẹ̀ka àṣọ ẹ̀ka bọ̀ sórí ètò.
ṣé dáadáa lẹ́wà.
àdúpẹ́ ẹ mute background yẹn má tún gbọ́ra nínú ilé náà ìbẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ ń pè.
mo ti send message sí yín mo ní di small flag yẹn.
ok.
mo ní di small flag yẹn fún mọ́tò mi so mi ò tó máa kọ́ sórí Italy ló wà.
àwọn ọmọ àchẹ́kì èlò ni wọ́n máa fi dé Italy máa jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀. so ẹ rán mi létí later àwa ni ẹ sà. But most busy nisin in another 2 weeks nisin ọ̀rọ̀ posting lọ sí US America yẹn ètò tó jẹ́ priority mi nisin ni bí àwọn ẹrù ìṣe fẹ́ dé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá as quickly as possible because mo mọ ọjọ́ tó fi pe rally so a gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé àwọn ẹrù wa dẹ̀ ti délé àtàwọn flags wa àtàwọn banner 21 meter flag yẹn ìta lò ní June 12 yẹn ó máa délẹ̀ Yorùbá ó kù díẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀pẹ̀ ìpè hàn bẹ́ẹ̀ má tàwọn analogy pé APC máa kò ní jẹ́ ká lọ ìgbọ́lẹ̀ tí máa ń rí àwọn analogy APC gan máa sá lọ ẹ mute ẹ bá ti ń pè mute ẹ ti wọlé.
Hello Koiki.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sá.
báwo ni Ògúnlẹ́nu ló kọ́
momentum sọ̀rọ̀
mo bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ lánàá. Actually, just to remind you nípa doctors and nurses without border kí wọ́n wà standby àwọn tó bá lè lọ lé against attack or any injury or violence or whatever.
ìyàwó yẹn gbọ́ yìí.
So kí wọ́n kọ́ register pẹ̀lú doctors and nurses without borders international.
No problem.
They don't need visa. If it's already to go on rescue mission.
Okay.
Just like a Red Cross International. Then another thing to professor, wọ́n appease àwọn èèyàn wa kí wọ́n já owó flag àti owó walkie-talkie. At least we should make available 500,000 for each state, even 1 million. If we even make 1 million for each state of our state.
It's the responsibility of an organization here. It's not our responsibility here. It's not about it.
You can talk it in your this.
Àwọn àti sọ àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ but responsibility àwọn tó máa ṣe flag. Ó ti yé mi so ní fún àgbọ̀dọ̀ force anybody so.
Because the motor bank àti ó yẹ kí each state kọ́ lè ní 1 million flag. Each state Yorùbá nation kí each state ní 1 million.
Kò sí nǹkan tó pọ̀ jù
because àwọn ọmọdé especially the children they would like to have it.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So tó bá jẹ́ pé 40 pairs ayé ló locus so tá bá make 1 million for each state kò pọ̀ jù.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá possible kankan ṣe best bó t-shirt fáwọn your children. So advice mi nìyẹn jẹ́ àwọn doctors wa àwọn nurses wa àti lab technologies kí wọ́n make ara wọn available. Anywhere they are in the diaspora láti lọ dé that period you as a standby against emergency against crisis or emergency need.
So kí lẹ pé wọ́n lè gain káwọn èèyàn lè gbọ́ doctors and.
I've already discussed this with Dr. Okebios Nukusi. He said doctors without border, without war. They could try with doctors without border, doctors and nurses without border.
Okay.
It's to Google and register with other organizations. Get quality before that.
Màá share pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn mo ti rí link yẹn nísìnyí doctors without borders.
Yeah, káwọn register ní pathologists náà. Àwọn phlebotomists, anybody in medical line or kí wọ́n even support workers, As a standby, kì í ṣe pé president ìgbà máa gbọ̀n because there might not be.
Okay.
So standby àti paramedic no, we need paramedics as well. I know there are many paramedics in UK, America and Canada.
Níbo ẹjọ́ ń bèrè ibo lérí àwọn ní flag they need the flag everybody need the flag.
So kí wọ́n make ara wọn available kí wọ́n plan it by now. Kí wọ́n lọ kí wọ́n travel gbà yẹn. as a standby emergency, case of emergency need. Kì í ṣe pé kí injury wà káwọn èèyàn wá bleed to death ká máa ṣe I will be too late then.
Understand.
I think one day save life.
Okay.
Then when they are going, they should go with drugs. They should go with drugs, injection, drip. You can even treat a patient on the main road. You see, it happens here.
Studio line, you can't get any other line. Studio line.
On the spot, you know, before I even on the in ambulance. They could commence. So I call it when you to make the vehicle available. And to buy donate vehicles or to buy my Yawani vehicles.
Okay.
Standby vehicles.
No problem.
So, what very important. Probably Tony Boss now.
In
case of any attack. So, okay, there were more at least someone you have to buy this thing called joke. You want that with this time. You want that walkie talkie, they need so many things, even medicine. Because the doctors are not sitting on law. One man need that law by medicine. Different kind of medicine, things to buy from a ship and before there. Even transmission fluid, kidney, injury, all this.
No problem. I want you to go with us, so no problem. I to my emphasize it. Benny, no problem.
From different angles, so I told her, say, because you know what them found you want stitchy, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, so and when you tell some people, one person say, well, I won't tell, but you badly sorry. I want your one. I want me. Is it because you are comfortable here? Because me, what can they say? What they say? I want to you say Yoruba. Nobody say tó bá ní Yorùbá tẹ̀ ní àwọn òtí ẹ̀gbọ́n rí àwọn ọmọ ẹni tí àwọn ẹ̀dá Nàìjíríà no longer interested ní ìtẹ̀fẹ́ kú jẹ́ mọ́ àwọn láti ti dá àwọn èèyàn wa.
Okay.
So àbísí àwọn èèyàn kí wọ́n fowó sílẹ̀. Especially in terms of feeding because oúnjẹ tó máa fún àwọn caterers àwọn ẹ̀kú so.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all the contribution and what my brother. I said this 2 years ago that by now I expect that we have, places within the border, especially the one nearest to us. Even if I don't mention the name, you all know. The one that is closer to us. By now, we should have, a warehouse stockpile of things that we need quietly in there. These are things that should have happened, and it is not too late. Monkaleta tí wọ́n ní àwọn APC send sí lawyer Odanrewaj. He's meant to come on the show on Monday, but I think he had a court case in the US. He couldn't come down. They are wasting their time. Ayodele Ojo Law Firm, or whatever they are called. And they represent Tinubu and file a complaint l'Abuja. And she shiri. And the law firm Ayodele Ojo Law Firm. What I'm saying and shiri. And just file from gbogbo àwọn tá ǹjọ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation náà. And shiri. Ṣé bá mọ Yorùbá lẹ́yìn? Ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró lọ́sọ. Àwọn bàbá wa ní push wọn but à ń dúró. I don't even have to read it out. In competitions in America, in that shito country. Competitions àwọn olórí burúkú gbogbo politicians yìí ẹ̀yin wèrè. Ẹ̀yin ṣe lọ́ family yìí. Ẹ̀yin competition lórí fake 1999 constitution tí wọ́n ń lò láti jọ ẹ̀. Ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró ni. And if you go no sorrow, because you know, le man caution na pé Koiki máa jọ̀wọ́lẹ̀. Ere ló dàbí ló má dàbí. eré ló máa dàbí. Ẹgbọ́n sókè Bishop.
ẹ ṣe gan network yẹn ló ń ṣe balabala
Mo rí
tẹ́lẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀.
Now mo fẹ́ fi àkíyèsí wá sí we need correspondent, international correspondent, freelance. Wọ́n ní láti wà pẹ̀lú àmọ́ notice kìíní kan àbá location 419 tó bá ti rí àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ni wọ́n cover media tó move with a movement. Wèrè yẹn ò ní lè jẹun lórí wọn because wọ́n rí pé wọ́n ń wo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé wọn ìtàn kámẹ́rà yìí àwọn láti àgbáyé ni. So we need to call on them also and register. Anybody we can search online.
Okay.
It's freelance, international correspondent, yes.
Púpọ̀ náà ló máa ń kọ kíní fún AFP.
For CNN.
No, not even AFP.
Yeah. Yes.
AFP. Yeah. Most of them ló máa ń kọ correspondent. All right, we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Then I'll have to strategize that campaign. Yeah. Flag yẹn bí bàbá yẹn ṣe sọ ó kéré jù 1 million for each state.
Èmi post ní last week na lórí timeline wa we need 10 million easily ó yẹ kó ti wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá 10 million.
So táwọn títí ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà àtàwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó wà ní àwọn coordination tó bá ní pé wọn ò lágbára tó yẹn they should give go ahead that people we should announce so that people can donate for it. We need it for the campaign. You can't campaign with empty mouth.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
We need that flag. Ìtọ́ bá lè ṣe kán jẹ́ ká mọ̀. Ìtí wọn bá lè gbé kan fún wa ní go ahead kí media gbé síta pé káwọn èèyàn sanwó ẹ̀. We need it before the thing happen. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni Bishop. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí if you like to also have one or two things to say a máa gbé tẹ̀ wá sílẹ̀ not too long. We've done 2 hours already. Plus 44 74 044 05917. Oh, important because imagine tí gbogbo èèyàn bá jáde tí flag pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn and it will indicate something as well. So at this stage stage by stage ní ibi tá wà. So state adé nísìn we're moving to another àwọn tó bá wà in the spiritual ní another realm àbí another realm àbí whatever it is. Àwọn onílẹ̀ gan dúró dé wá pé kí ló dé ń dílé kìíní ló dà ń dílé àwọn tó ń kọ lẹ́tà sí petition sí lọ́ọ̀yà láríwájú lamẹ́ríkà ẹ máa ń waste time àní ẹ̀yin ò kọ lẹ́tà sí gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń béèrè flag ní Nàìjíríà like I said ìwọ̀nba tá a bá lè ṣe làá máa ṣe o mo ti bá yín pé gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ organization by now ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà which is the main organization should I don't know sometimes I just by now we can flood every part of Yoruba land with so many things, souvenirs, stickers, flyers, blah, this every day. Flood it. It's not too late though. Ìwọ̀nba tá a bá lè ṣe a máa ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé tẹ́ support Yoruba nation. Àbáyín jà o. It is your right not to support, but it is our right to override your own right. Because kò yé yín ni. So, tó bá wọ̀n yín ni kẹ́ máa sọ pé kò ní bọ́ sí. Ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà yìí. Calm down ní gbogbo àjọ wà. Fúlàní gan fẹ́ ṣe election anyway, so àwa máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ni. Fúlàní ò ní intention láti ṣe election. They have no intention. Àwa là ń dá wọn dúró. Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kú ni. Àwa là ń dá wọn dúró. Kú ló fẹ́ ṣe. No, kò yí kó àwa là ń dá wọn dúró. Àwa lè adìlé wọn. Àwa la dìlé wọn. ẹ bá mọ ìgbésẹ̀ tí Haúsá fẹ́ ṣe àwọn north àwọn tó jẹ́ gbòógì wọn. But the way things are right now, there's a lot in the government that there's even láàrin wọn náà commotion ṣẹlẹ̀ gidi láàrin wọn wọ́n kàn manage ẹ̀ ní crisis wà láàrin àwọn politicians gan. Oh yes, everybody still can do it on their own, you know. And tó bá lè ṣe náà, you know, do it. We don't have to wait for ìlànà. But I just expect that, you know, they are the lead and they have a lot, you know, to do. Department kan lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ máa handle yẹn. Lọ́dọ̀ tí wà nísìn department kan ló ń ṣe, wọ́n kàn fún mi lẹ́yìn àbọ̀ ni, and I just release the money to them. So I've actually given it to some. There's a lot of people that are working quietly for us that I don't mention. I'll have to find out. I'm from awareness, so I don't know how much it's going to be. You know, I mean, the initial is mostly people outside the country need the big one. I'll take care. I don't have enough, but these ones are £10. So I don't know how much it's going to cost 6 to ship to Canada, but I can find out, or 10 rather. So by the pound, KKK and all their friends. But money that's going to send KKK sílé náà ká tó máa àfitaba an extra. Ìròyìn sì dàbí ṣe another extra 1,000. Táwọn èèyàn san ìdòwò lánàá. Màá send owó yẹn ní ọ̀la, no Monday. But by first, second week, after my daily. If you are in Akure, Ondo State, ẹ pọ̀ Moluka now. Ọ̀tẹ̀ bá pè mí máa fún yín nọ́mbà Moluka. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà l'Akure to become part of the movement. All right, let's wind down. I don't know if I'm coming back out later on tonight. Date for the rally in Ilaro, 27. And put flyer. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Paul, ẹ máa dáhùn tó ń kọ lẹ́tà sí collector and waste time ara yín náà ni. Studio line nìkan là ń gbé o, cause mo rí pé àwọn kan try láti pe nọ́mbà yìí bí ẹ̀ka wà ń pè mí fún another thing entirely ni. Studio line nìkan ni mò ń gbé lé nísìn. So okay, ẹni ẹ ti ń pè ní ìwà ẹ bá ti pe studio line ẹni lè ọ lé o. Hello sir.
Hello brother. Yes sir, yes sir.
Ẹ káàsán sir.
Ẹ kú ètò sá, mo tún try láti pe the other náà yẹn mo rí pé kò connect.
Kò connect studio line kò ní.
Ẹ má bínú. Mo fẹ́ ṣe flyer ní mo ṣe rí flag ṣe bóyá lára fún Èkìtì bí i 1,000 bóyá ní nọ́mbà bàbá Èkìtì ẹ̀ mo try láti connect ẹ̀ mi ò mọ nọ́mbà ẹ̀.
Ẹ fẹ́ ṣe kí ni ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti wà too fast ẹ slow down ẹ fẹ́ ṣe kí ni ẹ.
Mo fẹ́ try láti ṣe flag ní àwọn ìjọ ẹ̀ 1,000 pieces or 2,000 if possible. So mo den try láti pe bàbá Èkìtì ẹ̀ mo send messages lórí Facebook lórí messenger ẹ̀ kò.
Ẹ message kí lẹ fẹ́ send sí wọn kò mọ̀ get àárín yẹn.
Àti mo send message pé kíkan pé lò ó pé láti lè get number wọn so mi ò respond látọ̀dọ̀ wọn.
Okay. She for another conversation because if it's a flag, if it get Baba Ekiti, it's two different things. I need to get to exactly what intervention and tell her to say.
Flag, I'm officially.
Okay.
You understand? So no, mo ṣe pé mo fún pé kí n ṣe flag 1,000. So kí n mo yẹ tó máa cost mi kí n
but Baba Ekiti kọ́ ló ń ṣe flag, èmi ni mo ń ṣe flag so mo get àárín event sọ pé pé Baba Ekiti.
Mi ò mọ èrò ẹ̀sìn pé sọ́ọ̀sì ẹni pé àwọn gbogbo wíṣí pé gbogbo àwọn state kọ̀ọ̀kan gbọ́dọ̀ wá ní 1,000.
Tẹ́lá fẹ́ ṣe 1,000 is fine. Ẹ bá pè wọ́n nílé wọ́n lè ṣe láti lé fún yín. So ìyẹn ṣe problem but I don't know why tẹ́ ẹ get one. So tẹ́ bá keep trying ẹ get one.
Okay, èlò ní 1,000 flag ní báyìí máa lè ṣe.
40p lẹ́yọ̀ kan máa cost yín.
40p.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1,000 ẹ máa jẹ́ bí.
So tẹ́ bá calculate. Yeah.
Okay.
40p.
That's 1,000.
Yeah, so whatever that is.
Okay.
Ẹ ń gbọ́ra yín nínú ilé ẹ mute ti background yẹn. There's no point. Ẹ tún gbọ́ra yín nínú ilé.
Okay. So the bomb by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So mo máa ní
bóyá bí 1,000 ẹ mọ̀ sọ òun fẹ́ kó wà lórí orúkọ mi lẹ́kìtì.
No.
Àdé if possible kó jẹ́ 200, I mean 2,000, I don't mind.
Okay, ẹ tẹ́ bá get in touch pẹ̀lú mi, we can do that, and you know,
okay,
we can yeah, lórí number, I'll be that number, but tí bá parí ètò.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, sir.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's a good, you know. You can do it and then, you know, send it to your people as well. Like on what I'm having ship it, or the guy who you kill a boy. So, to what ready, my send it saying, let my bush my daily lot of thing. It's a problem. I don't have any problem in doing it for you, and then, you know, in large quantity as well. The more we do, the better. So we can do it in large quantity, but the pickup will be from London. Because if you get in Nigeria, I'm not going to tell anybody. We're Koiki media limit, so there's so many people watching, but I'm sure there'll always be a way that you can take yours. Yeah, £400. Yeah, okay, share it. How are my mass? So £400. Yeah, bomb me, actually bomb me. Look my cost, and at least I need at least 2 weeks for that to be ready. Maximum 2 weeks. The pickup will be from London. If you're doing any large quantity, I can't send it to Nigeria for you. It has to be sent. The pickup has to be from London. Mr. Koiki Media, Josa, speakers, speakers on top of where your campaign has reached out. But think consider me gonna say ó ti rìn nǹkan mi wọ́n sọ fún yín nìyẹn bọ́ ibi tó dé agbẹ́yẹn sábẹ́ ẹkùn ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá àwa ni ká lọ activate ẹ jẹ́ kí energy wa kó activate ẹ káàrọ̀ bàbá mi Sulaiman.
ọ̀gá ọláyọmí Koiki kò ṣe iṣẹ́ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ ọlọ́mọ àmàdó tì ó.
Inshallah.
Mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lórí flag yẹn gangan ni mo ṣe.
Màá pè é tí bá ṣe tán.
No, ní sùúrù. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ìrò gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
All right, go ahead.
Mo fẹ́ ká ṣe ní every state kó máa mú state kọ̀ọ̀kan lójoojúmọ́.
Okay.
Mo ti calculate o tó jẹ́ 100 pound 40 pound ní 100 flag jẹ́.
Yeah.
Tí àwọn èèyàn bá lè máa gbòòrò lé, tá a bá mú Ọ̀yọ́ state lẹ́yìn ká ṣe Ọ̀yọ́ tó lóyún, ká ṣe 1 million. So tẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan bá ń ṣe 40 pound 400 mo bóyá tá a bá mú state kọ̀ọ̀kan tá a bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ká kò tí bá ṣe ní máa rage 1 million lójúmọ́ lórí program kan.
Okay.
So tá a bá lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ṣe program kan lẹ́yìn Lagos state la fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́yìn káwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ máa kó wọlé kó ṣe 40 pound 100 pound 100 flag ní 40 pound jẹ́. So mo bóyá ìjọ kan kò tí bá ṣe ní 1 million fún state kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Okay.
So bí mo fẹ́ ká ṣe nìyẹn tó bá dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ èmi náà máa pè ẹ́ náà èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe.
Okay, so àmú state kan tí bá gbọ́ yín dáadáa àmú state kan.
Níjọ́ kan.
Okay, àwa raise the fund láti fi ṣe mọ́ fún state yẹn àbí.
Láti fi ṣe
okay.
Tó bá ti pè wọlé tó yóò bẹ̀ ṣe 100 ní 40 pound lọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe 200 tó jẹ́ 80 pound.
Okay.
So by my raise fund yìí.
Okay, so target will be $1 million for each state, abi?
For each state.
Okay.
For state kọ̀ọ̀kan yẹn.
Okay.
Bí target ṣe máa yé mi.
All right. Okay.
Bá ṣe máa ṣe mi. So máa pè ẹ́ lẹ́yìn ṣá.
Oda.
Èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe.
Ẹ ṣe gan. All right. Okay. Ṣé ẹ̀yin listeners ṣe buy idea yẹn? How many people buy that idea? You can call in as well. I'm still here. I'm not in a hurry to go. Studio anymore. If I were the studio, I can be here for like 6 hours. You know, that more do they disturb you. So, okay. Okay, somebody inquired about my PayPal account. It's musakalam1@yahoo.com. If you're sending money that is for the flag, please specify for the flag. If not able to specify, as far as I'm concerned, owó tó bá ti wọ Koiki Media, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti sọ́n tẹ́ a fẹ́ fi ṣe, ó máa lò fún whatever tó bá fẹ́ lò fún ni. But tó bá jẹ́ fún flag, ẹ bá mi specify pé fún flag ni. So, if you're sending money to me, you know, especially hello ẹ̀gbọ́n mi.
Hello bàbá.
Ẹ káàsán.
Ọ̀gá mo ti ń fọ́lọ̀ ẹ̀ látàárọ̀ náà.
Ẹ sùn ní ẹ̀yìn ará Amẹ́ríkà.
Bàbá ẹ wò ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn kan tó gbóòórùn ni. Ẹ̀yìn a máa ronú láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ ni. Láì sí kúlú ẹ̀ ló wà ń bẹ àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ jẹ́ lọ́n ṣe pàtí láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ ni.
Kò yé wọn ni.
Orúkọ báyìí ò ṣiṣọ́ o.
Kò yé wọn ni. Okay.
Right. Nǹkan tí mo kọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ torí mi mọ̀ pé mi àti ìtẹ̀sí máa sọ sí nǹkan tí mo kọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ni pé mo fẹ́ kí nítorí tí táìmù ẹ bá dé táìmù ẹ sì máa wá àti táìmù ẹ bá dé ó máa dùn mí gan-an wà parí mi jẹ́ pé mo lè fẹ́ máa forí gbálẹ̀ mọ́ tí táìmù ẹ bá dé tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wá lọ àṣẹ́sì pé ọmọ wa ní Tinubu ni ó ṣe mistake lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni ó ti padà wálé ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run mi ò fẹ́ ká di kiri yẹn o ọmọ ajá àtẹ̀mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ létà ni o mo fẹ́ tètè sọ fáwọn èèyàn ṣe pé gbogbo òṣì tí wọ́n ṣe yìí ń sìn wọ́n máa fi sínú rẹ́pọ̀tù so kò sọ̀rọ̀ pé tó bá ti lọ lulẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà tó bá ti rí pé kò sọ́nà àbáyọ Nàìjíríà kó wá sọ pé òun jógàrà làwọn abá wa ní Yorùbá nation ẹ má tẹ́wọ́ gbẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù wèrè kankan o ẹ sáré gbogbo yẹn sì jìnnà tí wọ́n á sìn gbogbo bọ́ ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn ṣe é pé bàtọ́ pa àwọn èèyàn lóyún ọ̀wọ̀ ní kíní kò sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní lẹ́ndẹ́mẹ́ta ìkòtú sọ̀rọ̀ kan so èyí tó kọ lọ ṣe yẹn ó kàn fi yẹn ṣe torí political campaign ẹ lóye lọ ọjà tó sọ pé owó tó promise wọn kò gbélé kẹfà lè mọ pé ọwọ́ yẹn kò ní kankan gidi fún ọmọ Yorùbá o so àwọn èèyàn tó pariwo kí ní ẹgbẹ́ máa bọ̀ ń yé kejì gbẹ́jù ẹ sílẹ̀ o ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run títà mi bá jẹ́ tó bá dé tó bá wá tó kàràlà padà wá pẹ̀lú àwọn eré àbọ̀ ìdí ẹ dá sẹ̀rí àfáwọn àtàwọn eré àbọ̀ ìdí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn alábà ọkọ̀ dáṣẹ́rẹ́ àfara wa nílé káwọn aláàtàkùn bá ní
àti sẹ́rí mo mọ̀ pé if ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ṣe ń sọ is what I call the if àti lọ lágbára Elédùmarè before that time but mo understand pé it's something that
if yẹn náà ni pé if òtá bá ti lọ before that time tó bá wá padà wá pé kọ́ má bínú kí ni kan ọmọ nobody should take him ìyẹn mo tún sọ even under that if nobody should take him.
No problem. Ìyá mi ìyẹ́gẹ́ ní kẹ́ máa worry ó ní caller don't worry now please ó ti ní kẹ́ máa worry but your point is well noted and I believe a lot of people that are watching as well are thinking people ìdábà lọ gba kí ní ìtàn àwọn politician yẹn ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ìyẹn tí politician kan bá ṣì wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mú ìyẹn káwọn politician bá ṣì wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mú orí Tinubu kàn máa gbé private jet akọ̀lọ̀ jókòó sí ó lè jókòó sí France ó ní ilé tó da ó ní ilé tó tóbi wà ní France náà á máa jayé ń bẹ̀.
I love that statement I love your last statement now ìyẹn tí politician bá ṣì kú náà I love that statement God bless you my brother.
Mọ tó ń bọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹja fi tó kulẹ̀.
God bless you my brother ẹ kà fi ó kulẹ̀ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ létà.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run máa ka lẹ́tà yín lé mi máa get back sí yín all right. No problem ó ti wọnú studio ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́sọ́ ti wọnú agbami gbogbo wọn ti gbọ́ politician kan ti gbọ́ ní àwọn màkẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ́ ká dúró sílùú ẹ dúró tì ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró ẹ̀yà àfi tó kù lẹ̀ all right àfi tó kù lẹ̀ gbọ́n yẹn á sọ̀rọ̀ jù à nílé yẹn máa léra yín nì àwa ń lé bí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe fẹ́ da ẹ̀yin ní káwá lọ ṣe campaign 2023 káwá lọ dìbò ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró àwọn èèyàn mi làwọn ilé bàbá àgbàlagbà mo jẹ́rìí.
ẹ̀ka sàn àwa náà àti sùn látàdá à ń dé tó lọ seriously.
mo jẹ́rìí ẹ bá ń kíyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wàá gbọ́ so mo fẹ́ dá sí ètò ní nǹkan tí àwọn màmá tó ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn ó dà pé iṣẹ́ mọ́ pé kínní yẹn ti wà lọ́wọ́ yín gan tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ ẹ wo máàpù tẹ́ ṣó wa ní ọjọ́ sí tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi gbogbo àwọn areas àti local government hàn wá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹ̀rí báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń trooping everybody ń sọ pé àdúgbò mi.
kódà èèyàn kan sì send message sí mi nísìn mo ní dárúkọ àdúgbò yẹn intoxent mi ní pé I am in Lagos wọ́n ń gbọ́ mi báyìí I would like to have kò dẹ́n ẹni adẹ̀ tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan ṣe pé láti as far back as 2020 so I know àfẹ́ntì bá save number ni mo ní rẹ́kọ̀dì ọ̀rọ̀ tàbí I am in Lagos I would like to have some materials for sharing in my environment after the launching of the grassroots awareness this Sunday. Where can I get materials in Lagos? No, ní sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà exactly. People are just waiting for campaign materials and all. Ẹyẹ fi tó ẹ jẹ́ ká ní kíní in millions fáwọn èèyàn. ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ bàbá mi.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni so èmi agree pẹ̀lú nǹkan táwọn màmá wa sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa dáwó state by state ẹ mọ̀ pé táwọn máa fi ṣe náà bíi ọ̀sẹ̀ kan náà ní Lagos state lẹ́ni Ọ̀ṣun lọ́la bí Èkìtì lọ́túnla àwọn tó bá wà ní state yẹn lọ́wọ́ máa kọ́ lọ́wọ́ máa donate a máa get Lagos state gẹ́gẹ́ bọ́ yìí sọ a máa get 1 million flag yẹn because tẹ bá wo tabala ń dáwó ní sọ pé ká má dáwó sáyẹn ní àkáǹtì nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ this is our thing now everybody decision everybody wọ́n fẹ́ donate ní baba ẹjọ́ ẹ go ahead pẹ̀lú yẹn káwọn èèyàn donate ẹjọ́ ẹ open platform fún yẹn kóníkálùkù máa donate by state ẹ ṣe
gbọ́dọ̀ so 2 things ni ó ti wá sórí Koiki Media in the last 48 hours mọ́mí wa kan pè lánàá they want us to revive back the radio. I've not said anything on that yet. But the view and the opinion of our listeners, because only platform is that it is over radio, Kato hand over project here. And the project, as far as I'm concerned, has not failed. It just needs to be revived back. So what they are saying is, at least in the communication with the radio, I must still speak to the person. Kodeni currently is back in Yoruba land as I speak to us right now. Because what she pè mí ní ìjọ lọ pè mí ìjọ àwọn pé wíìkì ṣá lọ pè mí just to tell me that it's currently on the ground but in tó ń dá project yẹn dúró táwọn ìlànà náà ti lè execute ẹ̀ kò jọ̀rọ̀ owó lọ. Somebody also called me after the program and said ẹ má tún waste owó kankan fọ́rọ̀ rédíò mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ìkan tó yẹ pé àwọn èèyàn lè máa gbọ́ tó bá download the apps and bla 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 pé small megabyte ló máa jẹ lórí but what we really want and what Baba Akintoye want as well is where people can listen on the transition tó bá tàn báyìí. Reason tí ẹ lè ṣe FM máa ṣàlàyé fún yín technology ti wà ó lè take weeks days months but what trace ibi tó bá wà with the FM transmitter technology not ti wà so yẹn la ṣe fẹ́ gba route shortwave so shortwave yẹn expensive because it's a satellite ló fi gbé wá sí orí transmission nísàlẹ̀ so gbogbo àwọn tó ń pè nígbà yẹn tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé kàkà kọ́ bí wá pé báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe rédíò tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò ní àtàkẹ̀ àbí àwọn kan ní ẹ state kan nìkan ló ti máa gbọ́ ignorant ni ẹ̀hàn pé ignorant kèrè disease ni àwọn kan ní ẹ Koiki ló ní rédíò ẹ̀tí mo pọ̀ jù láti ní rédíò station ni tí bá tẹ̀lé mo fẹ́ ní rédíò station tí mo dẹ̀ ní káwọn èèyàn dáwó à ń bọ̀sibọ̀sí láti jọ́ta tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation nísìn ṣe rí ta polówó nǹkan kan lórí platform wa a lè polówó kò ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn wá gbé ọjà wa pé ká polówó mo refuse ni àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn nísìn. So, but in every project, there's a hiccup. But hiccup here can be looked back, review. But pé project kan ní cost owó irọ́ lápá. Project máa ń cost owó ni. Tá bá fẹ́ get result. Ṣé bọ́n lẹ̀ ń wò nísìn? Project kan lè lè báyìí nísìn. Tẹ́mi náà bá lọ ṣe, mo ní máa mú dání báyìí tí màá máa fi ṣe bí ṣe ń ṣe. Màá kọ́ máa sọ lórí mi pé a dẹ̀ fi ṣe flag o. A dẹ̀ ti ṣe o. A fi ṣe flag o. A dẹ̀ ti ṣe. Until tabashe radio very very important again can comment here radio very very important even before any launch we have old folks who don't know much on what is going on and we are and it is radio nígbà yẹn but tabanika lo FM transmitter government máa lè mú wọ́n dẹ̀ máa shut it down gbogbo ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ wà ládùúgbò yẹn lọ́ máa kó lọ even nǹkan tẹ́ bá lọ ṣe sí even Benin ìbí Benin ló súnmọ́ wa jù ó lè ṣiṣẹ́ for some days government máa sọ fún Benin pé transmission yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ló ti wá because technology náà ti wà but wọ́n dey trace the short way because ìyẹn wà láti inú I don't want to go into too much details but àwọn èèyàn kàn mọ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe rédíò yẹn 419 ní bàbá ṣàdẹ̀ ti jáde sàbá fún àwọn tẹ̀ sọ pé ẹni yẹn ọmọ ẹ mama yes àmọ́ fún àwọn kan ní àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan 419 ni wọ́n kìnnìkan but at least ẹni tó bá ṣàdẹ̀ ṣe kankan jẹ́ kó ṣe ẹgbọ́n sókè à ń gbọ́ yín.
ẹ ló bọ́dà bí ẹ ká sàn.
ẹ ká sàn.
ṣe wa o mo ti pe nọ́mbà more than 3 weeks nísìn tí mo ti pe lórí
nọ́mbà tó busy ní ti get ẹ nísìn.
orúkọ tèmi ní sara ní ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú-Òde ní mo pa. ìwọ́n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mi pé wà ní Spain nígbà mi wà ní Mallorca fọ́nmọ́ Mallorca.
Okay.
Station ti ta ti ṣe ní ìjàgbára yìí sí lójú mẹ́ta tí mo sọ ní lójú plasma káàkiri. Ibo bàjẹ́ lọ sẹ́kù tẹ wà níbàdàn nínú wà ní kò ń bẹ bàjẹ́.
Ok, màá check wọn máa pè wọn ìyá mi Adéníkẹ́ mò ń gbọ́ yín ẹ̀gbọ́n mi.
Mo fẹ́ tọ́ láti dé máa ṣe.
Line in and out ni o and struggle láti gbọ́ yín o. À ń struggle láti gbọ́ yín ìzà pé ó ń wọlé ó ń jáde ni bóyá network eré àbítẹ́wà. Ó bẹ́tà díẹ̀ à ń gbọ́ yín ẹgbọ́ ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀kọ́ tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa àwọn aṣọ wa àwọn aṣọ ọlọ́jà ti pé bára ṣe lè ṣe pé pàkí kí wọ́n máa fáwọn tọ́rí kọ́ lè mọ̀ wọ́n kọ́ lè máa wà lọ.
Àwọn aṣọ àbí kílẹ̀ sọ nísìn àbí.
Àwọn aṣọ wá sí àwọn aṣọ Yorùbá nation.
Ok ẹ pè ẹ tẹ bá tó pa aṣọ ni ẹ lè get into my send number baba heritage àbí Olú àwọn méjì ẹ̀ mọ̀ ní UK tó ń ṣe t-shirt màá send number wọn sí lẹ́yìn tí bá parí program ẹ kàn send message sí mi lórí WhatsApp ẹ kàn send message sí mi lórí WhatsApp pẹ́yìn lẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láti Spain màá wá send number àwọn méjèèjì yẹn sọ ẹ lè reach out any of the two. Yeah.
Okay, máa fi sí Zoom
bá ń send it. Àwọn ìyẹn èmi àtẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn màá mọ bá ṣe máa get yẹn ìyẹn wà lọ́wọ́ èmi yẹn ṣe problem the flag is not a problem ìyẹn ṣe problem ká tó ṣe rally ni mo ní a lè disburse a flag yẹn síta but àti ní enough nísìn I have at least about 300 of the big ones that I'm ready to ship to any country now gbàgbà fi ṣe June 12 yẹn mo sọ pé no numbers tí mo ní yẹn was not enough to send to any other countries but I have another extra 300 that I'm ready to disburse at £10 then ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà ní Spain kankan a kò máa wo postage yẹn kò ń wọ́n púpọ̀ náà because ní tí mo send lọ sí Germany they were not expensive they were probably less than £5 ó dà ń pé mo ń bọ̀ náà mo tẹ̀ kọ́ sílẹ̀ nígbà yẹn náà mo kàn fi láì díà ìgbà tí mo lọ post ẹ̀ kò mo kọ prices yẹn síta èyí tí mo send lọ sí Dublin ó cost mi ní £3.25 Dublin nìkan again náà £3.25 Germany cost mi ní £7.50 and Germany yẹn èyí tí mo send sí àwọn tí mo send sí yẹn ó pọ̀ dé I think it's about 8 US £5.85 ló cost mi Canada ìyẹn wọ́n díẹ̀ £8.70 so Spain you know I'm sure pé kò lè tó bí under £5 yẹn náà so probably under £15 ẹ̀rí flag yẹn lẹ́yìn ọ̀dọ̀ yín àwọn ńlá yẹn ni o tòtẹ́ bá wá sọ pé kéékèèké náà lè tó wá fẹ́ ni ìnumọ̀ tí mo ń lò la fi ta kéékèèké because àtẹ̀ ní àníyàn pa fi ta kéékèèké yẹn ní UK àfi send yẹn sí Nàìjíríà anyway but like I said with £15 ẹ̀ lè send the one through PayPal and under 2 weeks adọ́dọ̀ yín less than 2 weeks go down tó wà ní Germany tí mo send ẹ̀ sí after some time they were calling like àrí later ó dẹ̀ send message mi pa àwọn ti rí and the US as well ẹ̀ tí mo send sí Canada náà ti gba tiwọn so mo ti send lọ sí Dublin àwọn yẹn dẹ̀ ti gba tiwọn Germany so kò síbi tí kò lè bọ̀ nígbà yẹn ta fi ṣe June 12 mo ní a lè send ẹ̀ síta nítorí pé à ní enough but mo ti ná another extra 300 that we can at least say we are ready to ship to anybody that wants them but for now my focus is ìtòkè lọ sílé gangan ni mo sáré ẹ̀ nísìn torí time jimmy àtàwọn time tó fẹ́ pe rally yẹn ẹ ṣé gan ni àtúnṣọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn all right sir thank you mama retí no problem all right ẹ ṣé gan ni bye bye ẹ bá ń kí gbogbo àwọn tẹ́jọ́ wà lọ́hùn so we have at least 300 that I can play with right now because mo ti ṣe extra. So I think that's about it. I don't think anybody still wants to say anything. We will continue, to increase the numbers that we want to do. Okay, dear Mr. Koiki, kindly furnish me with the contact of Yoruba Nation campaigner in Ibejuleki. Okay. All right. Okay, ma get in touch with me. màá get in touch pẹ̀lú yín. Bàbá mẹ́tò lèmi, bàbá mẹ́tò, ẹ wá bàbá mẹ́tò, connecting the dots. Àwọn underground G kankan wà, àwọn underground G, àwọn kan wà láriwo, èyí tó ń ṣaláriwo oríṣiríṣi. So Ìgbòho iṣẹ́ ń tẹ̀síwájú, bá mi lè dárúkọ yẹn, Ìgbòho Òòṣà, ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wá ti ṣe tán nísìnyí kíkẹ́ ìgbúrò bá mi. Mo ti gbọ́ wọn láàárọ̀ iná rẹ̀ dé, send message kan sí wọn rẹ̀ ti send voice ẹ̀ padà. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ẹ má kó rẹwà, ẹ má kó sú wa. We are on the right track. Okay, jẹ́ n lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Tony ní Belgium. So gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ flag ní UK, ní outside the country, ẹ kàn máa understand pé it will take time kó tó dọ́dọ̀ yín, especially tẹ́ bá sí nínú UK, tẹ́ bá ti mind. Hello.
Hello, Kason Koiki.
Kason sir.
No, gbẹ̀jẹ̀.
Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́.
Kùsẹ́ náà. Bóyá lẹ́yìn ètò iná because kọ́lé ẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe èmi lè get the flag yẹn about 20,000 direct.
Bí màá ti sọ yẹn, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà, so a ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Convention náà yẹn ló kékeré pé lẹ́yìn yẹn ló máa pè é.
Ìkọ̀
yóò máa ṣe àtàkẹ́ àwọn 20,000 náà. Máa ṣe ní.
Lọ́dọ̀ yín lọ́hùn.
Ní global land láti jáde ọmọ akéjì phone number omiyale or somebody else. At least 20,000. If possible, I will know. Maybe I can get 300, maybe 30,000.
No problem. Àwọn tó bá lè ṣe náà nílé, kò sí kan tó bá jìn bẹ́ẹ̀, no problem.
Lọ́pọ̀ ìṣèdílé máa wà easy àná.
No problem.
Because of the shipping.
No problem.
Because they consider it.
No problem.
After this thing, we put to discuss more better.
No problem.
But in Europe, nation, and that one, as I told you last time.
But now God's going to shoot.
No
problem.
That's not a big problem. No.
Okay.
Later, we talk after they had married to okay.
All right, you know. Okay. I'm droning. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n mi African Force, ìyá mi lè dàgbà mi ṣáìtì yìí. Dákẹ́jà ni Yorùbá, wọ́n rò wọ́n ó kù díẹ̀.
A máa tún lù sí ni, a máa tún sí ni kò sí gbà. Ṣèbí UK náà ti fẹ́ bàjẹ́ sí. They got to rebuild everything.
Iṣẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé.
Kí wọ́n sọ jàgàjà tó àwọn kan pọ́ǹpù ìmú ìtàlá yà pọ̀
ká gbà
àwọn ìgbìlàwó lọ international yà pọ̀. Lórí ọ̀tún wọ́n gbàgbé rọ́bìsì tó ń sọ yẹn.
Orúkọ yín ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, à á sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ètò.
Okay, later. Okay, thanks.
So, Moki Bogwa, let's end the program. I think we've been able to. One thing I want us to remember in today's program is that we are not
servitude.
We are not
servitude.
Meaning the state of being a slave and Sheru Fulani, and then Sheru Hausa, and then Sheru and politicians ba. It's suffering about politicians. Elon Fiwa Shere, Enikila Mashe, Abibeko. Oda. Okay, Yami Adenike long pay. I want to Regina Long. Okay, she send message sí mi ni abẹ́ ń pè ní ẹ sọ fún àwọn politician yìí pé ẹ ń fi wá ṣeré à ń ṣe kí ni
servitude,
meaning the state of being a slave of a completely subject to someone more powerful and Sheru Fulani and then Sheru Tinubu and Sheru Atiku and Sheru APC and Sheru PDP ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá. Ìran wa dẹ̀ máa dá dúró láti ara Nàìjíríà a fẹ́ padà síbi tí orísun wa wà à ń ṣerú àwọn kábíyèsí wa gan a ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ máa sọ pé a lè ṣe nǹkan kan èmi máa ń láìkì yẹn jẹ́ kó sá abroad nǹkan kan yẹn náà là ní ṣe o bọ̀ tásìkò bá tó àmọ́ tá a máa ṣe gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá màá tún sọ fún ilé nǹkan sí ẹni tó bá join wa ẹ fast ẹ rewind ẹ a máa end ẹ nísìn màá pè é later ìyá mi òfin mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń join wa ní different platform. Book me 200 copies for my Ekiti family. Okay, tẹ́ bá ti ready I send it. The only thing pé tá bá ṣe send sí abroad igi yẹn ò lè lọ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o ẹ̀ láti rántí o just the kìíní nìkan la máa ń send o. I don't send it with the stick. So but tó bá yẹ pé bá fi collect ní UK, oh yes, you will get it with the stick. But it don't lolly, it will go with the stick. Mo sọ fún wa at the beginning, I'm just doing a summary now before we close this broadcast today. December 18, 1865 ni wọ́n sọ fún wa pé wọ́n abolish slave. Mo rí mbẹ̀ gbọ́n mi African first. Mo rí mbẹ̀ yá mi yoyoge. December 18. Ṣé ẹrú Fúlàní la ṣe wá ń ṣe ni? Àbẹ̀rù Haúsá, àbẹ̀rù àwọn gómìnà, deputy, House of Rep, and ṣẹrú anybody. Ẹ rántí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. December 18, 1865, slavery is abolished. Ẹ ṣe jàre Mr. Ọlájídé. Èmi máa sọ fún yín pé mo sọ fún yín mo ní a máa ṣẹ́rí ẹ máa ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń ronú ni. And that's what I've done in 2 years. I've raised the energy. Àdẹ̀tí dèbí tá à ń lọ ó kù díẹ̀ ni. Ẹ sọ fún politician APC, PDP, àwọn méjèèjì yẹn ló ṣàn control ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n ń dín bọ́ ni. Intamaṣe ó wà lábẹ́ ọkùnrin. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ̀ ń dín bọ́. À ń ṣerú yín. À kì í ṣe ẹrú ẹ̀yin politicians tẹ́ wà nílé. Mẹ́wàá 1 million things ó wà lágbárí mi. Ṣé gbogbo kéékèèké tí mo kàn sọ tẹ́ máa ń gbọ́ yẹn? Àwọn yẹn ló ń pè ní kó tó bá fẹ́ jẹun àwọn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì ni mo ti ṣiṣẹ́. Òyìn kọ́kọ́ máa jẹ starter. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe fún látijọ́ yẹn starter ni. Àìtí jẹ main course. Ọmọ tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tó wá lọ jẹ dessert. Wàá ṣe wà òyìnbó máa ń tó à ń pè kíní kan wàá mu tíì lé lórí. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe fún yín látijọ́ ẹ̀ starter ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá mi Peter ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹ máa fi sọ́kàn pé o tún gbọ́n kankan lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀ Koiki yẹn ọ̀bọ̀ yìí bólú ti máa ń rí gbogbo kìíní iná 1865 ni wọ́n abolish slavery 1865 so kì í ṣe ẹrú anybody. Àwọn bàbá lọ́tà pẹ̀lú shinap àti mirror àwọ̀ kì í ṣe ẹrú any goddamn person. So gbogbo ẹni tó bá ṣe ń sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà òun sọ fún wa pé ẹrú làwa jẹ́ àdé ń ṣẹrú because wọ́n ti abolish ẹrú ní 1865. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dẹ̀ ti ń bẹ before 1865. ọmọ yẹn ọdún tó fi ṣe slavery. Ìwọ tó ń fi parẹ́ fún Nàìjíríà tó bá mọ táwọn aláwọ̀ funfun yìí tó ṣe fáwọn àwọn bàbá wa tó bá mọ tó ṣe fún wọn kódà ò ní ever sọ pé o tún fẹ́ ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà ever tó bá mọ táwọn aláwọ̀ funfun tí mo sọ yẹn Britain wà nù wọn tó ń rí ìyá kúkúrú yẹn tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ bí ìlẹ̀kẹ̀dí tó ń lọ báyìí bó ṣe lọ sí north ló ń lọ sí south east ló ń lọ sí south west ló ń lọ bá ọba ló ń whisper sí wọn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí Yorùbá pín nísìnyí. Ṣe rántí pé àwọn àkọ́kọ́ ṣì wà tí gbogbo àjìjọ ń ṣe ìtọ́jọ́ ń ṣe yẹn báwo ló ṣe di nǹkan sí inú pọ́kẹ́tì tọ̀dọ̀ tiẹ̀. trillion mo gbádùn kọ́mẹ́ǹtì ìyá mi Bísí mo lọ ka kọ́mẹ́ǹtì kan tẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ ní títa ṣe lálẹ́ àná ẹ rí pé mi náà bá yín reply lé lórí pé if there is no crisis báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lọ. Àwa kọ́ la fẹ́ dá crisis sílẹ̀ but if there is no crisis how do we want to go? Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá mi ní Saudi Arabia. So à ń ṣerú o ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀ ìdẹ́ wálé. Àwọn politicians yẹn mo tẹ̀ calculate speaker ṣé speaker yẹn àwọn speaker àti deputy speaker bí ọlọ́pàá mélòó ló máa ń kó fún wọn náà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá fẹ́ mọ̀ I've gone to do mo ti lọ wo so many of videos bí ọlọ́pàá mélòó lọ because mo sọ gọ́vnà mo kàn ṣe ń sọ speaker ọlọ́pàá mélòó ló ń guide ilé ẹ̀ tí wọ́n wá sọ fún wa pé ẹrú la jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá mélòó ló ń guide ilé speaker àti deputy speaker mo ti sọ gọ́vnà àti deputy gọ́vnà ẹ̀ ń díbọ́n ni láti Kwara títí dé ìsàlẹ̀ ẹ̀ ń ṣe kí ni ẹ̀ ń díbọ́ ni mo sọ. Ẹ ń díbọ́ ni mo sọ. Ìmí inú yín ó máa pààrọ̀ aṣọ bí eégún ló máa gba ìtajáde. Àǹtí díẹ̀díẹ̀ bí ilẹ̀kẹ̀dé ni mega rally la kọ́kọ́ fi ṣe náà. Àwọn kan ní kò ní sí crisis. Ẹ má máa jẹ́ kó sọ fún yín pé kò ní sí crisis, máa pọ̀. Crisis ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà torí pé tí bá rán àwọn tó wò mí nísìn tí bá ní bá ń gbéra lọ sí ìlú mi níjẹ̀bú-Òde ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀kọ́ jí ẹ gbé. Ẹ wo àwọn actor tó jí gbé nísìn abẹ́ ṣe etí ń dùn wá àgbọ̀ àsí níta. Ṣé ìyá mi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni màá fún yín láyè yín nìkan lè máa jẹ́ the last caller mi. Ìwà ìpè fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ dàgbẹ́ tútù pé padà ẹ̀yin lè máa jẹ́ last caller. Ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá mi.
Ẹ ló Koiki ẹ káàárọ̀ sàmẹ́ o.
Ẹ káàsán lọ́dọ̀ tí wá ń gbé.
Láti US.
Mo ti rí nọ́mbà yẹn.
Mo ní mo mọ̀ bóyá you saw a comment sẹ́nìkan kọ pé they've been trying to reach Baba Ekiti for
I will get in touch with him. Yeah, I will reach out to him.
I'm kind of concerned about that. Pé kẹjọ torí Ọlọ́run Koiki ẹ bá wa náwó síbẹ̀ yẹn bá wa wò ó.
Yeah, I will.
Ẹ pé jẹ́ takuntakun ọ.
Èmi ni ẹ̀yá mi.
We are with you back to back.
I know that. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Thank you so much.
No,
you are doing an awesome job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Kí ló ṣe nípa àwa nọ́ọ̀sì o torí case ìyá lè sọ pé wọn níbẹ̀ kó lọ níbẹ̀.
Gbogbo yín a máa need expertise yẹn máa wọrí ìyá mi.
When some of our people tó bá lọ jẹ adúró nílùú àwọn kéréje wọ̀nyẹn when tó bá ní kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lọ rí bẹ́ẹ̀. I think we need a committee. We need a committee for that.
Okay. We probably set that up. You know, I can set that up. I could just nonsense name and they pull out. If that has to be set up, I will set it up. We just I could just nonsense and if anybody talk about this nonsense and no posting of rubbish and jagbajantis, just nonsense. Brainstorming.
You need nurses, we need pharmacists, we need doctors.
Yeah.
Iṣẹ́ Yorùbá yẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe because àfẹ́ káwọn àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ bá wo àgbàdúrà ẹ̀ ọ̀bẹ tí ilé ayé ìyá gbọ́dọ̀ ní plan B.
Kódà gbọ́dọ̀ ní plan B gan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
In case tí a bá declare Yorùbá nation tí
wọ́n
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pa ọ̀tá àwọn èèyàn wa. Then when our people go to exile somewhere, mo mọ̀ pé it might not be US, London, Canada, ó máa jáwọ́ ìlú kéréje
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
You understand? So, èmi like the way you are putting it out there. Let it be real. Tabade wa gba náà tí ó irú kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn
adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Lọ́wọ́ ìyẹn kó má dàbí pa sọ pé àdúrà nìkan kọ́ yìí o. The good action, the momentum, everything that's going on, I want to incorporate it medically as well. So that ó máa dàbí nǹkan tá a gbọ́kànlé in the other side. We have a team going out there. We're going to travel down. Whatever it takes, we are ready to do it.
Today. And we should not be scared of anything. Eshegoni, thank you so much. Yami Toda, Eshegoni, thank you. All right then, thank you so much. I'm going to reach out to Baba Ekiti, because a lot of people are concerned, just as we were concerned about Omoluka, and I will make sure that if I get through to him, I'll probably update my status or something on my Facebook. But I'll probably tell him maybe he needs to come out and just, maybe he's just busy. We don't know. I'm going to speak to him. Like I said, I've tried his number right now. The number can ring. Another number. So let me go and look at this one. But I'm sure it's fine, It's just that when people don't hear from our media that are speaking, people could get a bit concerned, especially knowing what we know in that shit old country that tends to threaten people that are speaking, But like I said, I will try and reach out to him. There's no need for us to be concerned. Tell me if I get one. Màá ní kọ́ bá mi pè wọ́n locally, màá contact àwọn tíìmù àti wà nísàlẹ̀. Ok, jẹ́ n tẹ̀ pé ń bọ̀. Mo lè pè yàn kan lẹ́kìtì náà nìsín. Mo ní contact káàkiri. Ẹ jẹ́ n pè bí contact bá gbé kọ́. let's hope this contact picks the call. Sometimes network. And when you want to suffer in Lagos, you should pick it or connect. All right. I'll do a follow-up, like I said, not answered. So I'm going to give you one more shot. All right. No, so I just suggest that they're fine. There's nothing to be worried. If there's always a problem, be rest assured I'm a judge CBI, and we will make sure we defend, protect every single one of you. Government will have I have a lot of engagement today. I have talking about 2 different meetings as usual, messages, spend a bit of time with the family as well. If I don't come back tonight, which we might not, I will be back tomorrow for the Sunday program with another area. Based on comments or calls, takes me back to review what I want to come and talk about. Like I said, we only need activation. Ben Baba Miss Simon Adebisi, Morimbe Yami Sarah. If I don't mention anybody's name, we're going on more funny or to Porepete. Omoluabi ni mi o, you know, and Omoluabi then gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá nílé lóko. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo pátápátá àgbà kọ̀ọ̀kan kan má bínú. Let us wind down now. And don't put that to be I gotta go now. It's almost 2 o'clock and we've done enough today. Okay, I've seen your message, Walex Salami. Thank you so much. Let us all remember we are fighting the right cause. Self-determination is not a crime, and there's no need for us to be scared of anybody. I have to go now so that I can go and, you know, relax the body. Let's play our anthem to finish it up. Don't let anybody fool you that we don't have the right to declare Yoruba Nation. We will declare Yoruba Nation at the appropriate time before the end of this year. But the first thing we're going to do is we will do a mega rally that we have all been told. Mokiba Bawa Wo TV, I know he's going to replay this on his timeline. Whatever thing Bolori Wo TV, like I always say, you're not watching a live transmission. It's a repeated broadcast. This ain't live until Tibati close broadcasting, because sometimes I do get people that call me and say, I want Bolori Wo TV. I appreciate him. Likewise, I appreciate everybody. Kafo Kama Bale, Olon Loni Jalowo, but Awalama activated. Lagbara Olon Noni. Bye for now. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. So you will see me tomorrow for the Sunday broadcast, somewhere around between 10 or 11 o'clock. Apart if there's nothing urgent or breaking news, you will probably not see me today, because a lot of people don't see me and they kind of get worried, especially when I just go away for like 2 days. I'll probably announce when I'm going away this time around so that you will not be concerned. I appreciate everyone. Have a very beautiful weekend from wherever you are. Ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa ṣe ọpẹ́ tó pọ̀ fún Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run ló lọ́pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ o. Àwa kò jẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tó fi gbé Nàìjíríà wá sílẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fúnra rẹ̀, from the spiritual realm. Nigeria is gone. Have a very good afternoon. Bye for now. Bye for now.